by Skype or radio and TV services, studios West Yorkshire, Leeds, Stansell Mount. Welcome all on board our weekly civic education program at the seat. Mustafa Jame is my name. Yo, assalamu alaikum, bading uluk ngal kontong mobe dawda anibe watu. Konton rokola snal bismillah na programo min kasuto jang lokun ni yantemben sita civic education program. Al badi malo Mustafa Jame membe sirin programo kun ni yantemben. Assalamualaikum, Poki Deglukati, you landed in your feature Skype our radio and TV services, studios West Yorkshire, Leeds, Stansell Mount, and Bismillah Chichin Bunti program, civic education program, and the accent Harit Mustafa Jame Nekalin feature Rajavi. Right, first of all, we'd like to say Ramadan Mubarak and Ramadan Kareem to all viewers and listeners wherever you are on this planet. Bafal Alpeko Alman Nasunkar Siala. Ñu képp ko xamné déglu kan nga fi ci rajo bi ñu la wax Ramadan Mubarak to you yow ak sa family bi yépp yalla ñu yalla bolé fan bu gudda wel bu yaram kam talay katan ban ak worsok bu ubeko alman na sunkaro mudal alman na sunkar siala en tanka katal ning katato la alman na sunkaro sia bak alman na batul mutala brum ning kumbo nyaman dal taka ki nyamen lokum bi nga police PRO le soto jam police PRO be tarlam fe jam modu Musa Sisaho be tarlam fe studio kono ja inshallah en dal taka ki nyamen lokum ni nyantem ben si danka mol soto min ya lon ko wol tamu nyim programme oti anin la moy dal be control nambe bismillah la podon de few fen kala sa follow commune dal taka ki nyamen police PRO be tarlam fe le ngama Gambia la connection le be kan struggle ti bandi wonde inshallah matra la pour nga sa manan jam pour kanaka kacha molecule la minna kacha ko mommente be budung saying the fefen kelan se mul bulening lamor laning jibela la ñoo kontong al fal mini ben fe ñentem beng day budung se bulening lamor laning jibela la ñoo kontong maybe ni la microphone on mute day ini mbara
mbahla assalamu alaikum Molbe Mustafa and Suleiman Watata level but and Bamba Aziz Memantala Laji mbabe kontona sunkarola mbafala Ramadan Mubarak alama sungo datila kairato ay ban kairato mbe jubera alfana mbe kontona sunkaroto alama mbe adati kairato ngabe ban kaira kono alama alaye abesono yandimbe anbe na PRO menyanta join la jang mbafana welcome la kafa barka anala hectic schedule bari hani wo anata I try aninto letra janka banku pol kacha ba flya barka bake and ba bismillah
ini barabake ndey kadim Ramadan Mubarak to you Bamba
Ramadan Mubarak Mustafa mbe konton na bake mbar muson dey be konton na Suleiman ndoma alaji mfamata tela bake because the last time anata nunama mbennu jang so nsafo kontena famata nyola bakele police keba fanan Aziz Bojang abe dawda mba konton na bake mba tentula mba jaila Suleiman Jeng anin na panel solbe na bari musome alon ko sinya kilin nga soto bira bota ja borta membe America to fo bali mba fanan konton na bake because ta ate ndey damale tumbulu ni wonde wotuma bari musu fula bebe mbulu on this panel bari mba fanan konton na mba fala ko sain sunkaro de la sinano le sain taimbe yampo ke la bari mbe yampo karola kon mbe police la diamula konton na bake ASP assispo ASP Musa Sisao mba konton na bake mba tentula mba jaila ayala wato men bebula kana anen Gambia dingule kacha nyine mo banku di yate nyine mo patriotism te nem banko dingol sulatema e bisita nyawnyang mbenga lon ne ko police PRO ya mandia bayrim polisol be kabirin koyna fo boli banna kata katon kata esew Gambia ton ko nano be etele mol be la diamulati annim polisol mo tulo bum base etele nyanda fala molia tulo bun dalle jumal kama woldo ko dum mandia woldo ko mewbe nyantalo nal ko it's a very difficult job to bari akala wato ta nim mol ka diamu mol sipa moy fana mol sik kesol fana bonde kulol to nana man speculate womu ku kende balati be police high command fana tentula wala pour ka wati ka chance de ASP Musa la puranim banko dingule kacha memba mule kumpota e boy kumpoto alay Mustafa mbe kapo dingu be konto na mbe lamoy la tol men kuma ya tan tol fawolti mbal fanan tentula mbal jela mba fala le Ramadan Karim ndebete momento sinte wato si dara Mustafa so sayin mbe diamo dana jana folo fonga ji kan do wande mi ala bar
Ramadan Bisal Karim okay nin kumbo nyama ngapiaro suro on audio at the moment Modu Musa Sisaho imo di Gambia Police la PROT Modu Musa be tentula be control na be bisimila on Skype wa imanke lontan jang comme mol be ya fanya bamba nyol nin debe ila wado kete nyaaw nyaay kanala pour que taram fe jam dum se bu len mole ñoo control and then sina dum kete ko ngono Modu Musa welcome on lot
abaraka bake Mustafa abaraka bake antinde abaraka bake on ko bombo ma abaraka bake Suleiman de ngamul be control mele be sir internet to la fanu na nun nyami network ko nem bank ko na computer le man sombang wala atinal kan no western ne moy bari we are working behind the scene here kaje ko way bo nyamo ko no men system update kan maybe that is the issue woto ko mi afa nyamen dorong mbal beton mbal jela ni takentol fana yi kontan ku bate kanana pour ni mo si kacha baydi office ni fa wala do ko mo woldi wala lo daliloti wala na do ko fongati pour kanana ni mo si kacha ka mo bo kumpato kul men be dendi police la do ko la ila kul to ni alon ko for development lem bank fo kul men yalon ko investigation lem bank fo men yalon ko police ba ke ka baydi police lo ta jang pour mo le masa kunda e police lo do sa fa constitution e police lo de pour e sike institution to me yalon ko wala karola ni ti wala karola woni tanko la karola e sike multi ko ko be lola wolle fannalla andung o bunda fana kono IGP e sembo di ala pour ay office bonde me yalon ko ani mo sinyo mo bada to WhatsApp la kadum ka funti wato wada ni jamisul ka dia wala ni banko mo bes dia bari si office so do me yalon ko police be taraje ate ka wodo ko ha so wala na takin tati aka mun tan nyim ko timen ko be do ko le kono hade ala barka baake
en barabake Modu Musa kumara bake pour ngeje comme ya fa nyame behind the scene alba min doku kan nal so geno pour ngeje ngesude awa kumara bake pare nonetheless nke moy fanan kumara bar foro lafta min kela namol dolbi jam bambal ni nyongol konko wala bake bamba fela be dunna be fundi andola jan sunde wato sita le no usually dolka talan lulning atambita do mandi sunde on ka ke jan so sunde ba kere ngalon konko ba bambala but nonetheless zamba min kela Modu Musa follow lafta mi yemma ko minto Gambia bitilo ngaje ko nte nakar kila nyindo ko bankute keren dunia mi alon ko crime be kakije bankute keren dunia mi alon ko isa foko police sa fono ko crime bu ka kento la jam ngalon na ba keren Gambia la nyintambe par bitilo ni sa fono nye bi crime rate in the Gambia it is a phone on nyanyade la betalakan ne fabi jikan ne fo alba is it under control at the moment Modu Musa
crime in general niya a generalize wo nyama bitem mo be to moment to abi jikan ni nga generalize wo nyama bari crime mo ni nga janjang salon ko watam be sa ko nyin sango be dunka sankuto kono wato men nga crime sifaje me yalon ko famata la jannane ne ka soto Gambia fam aketa kuti me yalon ko ay mul sulla bake wala am robbery wala ka boy mul kan kanya pin kam mul kan kila sangon na nafulo tibul by force wala yi mari barama wala baydi nin kinol le kata wala ni fawon le kata na nyogal ni mu kuti me yalon ko hana be kirna banko kan ku kutalem wo fanna o mu kuti me yalon ko wo seleta baba bakele bari alhamdulillah comme ya ko nyamen it was contained in the way that many yalon ko wolle kata multi many ya damu do wala folota mella sa fono be kirini na bolondala ma wala nga kala muta do kata no fara fingile dame yalon ko mul funtra nanne e nyakin kamo damu taw essentiel kan ne yalon ko GMP silam Gambia la essentiel membe fara fingile bari na police will be wolni nyo sabab kidole nyo exchange fire ina atake multimedia ko bortale e fonna mo plin na atake multimedia lon ko barmata je yana tilap tan to alhamdulillah man ma ke a very serious or life threatening situation aw ko la fana nata do fana soto almost NBA ba nata do fana soto CRR makati fu man raban ko kan jaw ma fam wol fana yemi yitandi am fantiyol lem wolle nata yapi sulabi ko men beji wol fana ye bagaso ko do to tay bulu ñi be kata kutumi alon ko me do muta wala polisol ye kuma ni wato men na kanana polisol fura je wata to ni ñanta me kele fo borta ni njawlong njamu din kiyal timi alon ko ani boda man jam fanyola hani fara fanyo famani boda man jam fanyola so ñi kata kutumi alon ko polisol ba investigate kanne iba no kanne katum aka kuma ya ngala mo ba fala wato wata polisol ba investigate maybe investigation ka sono ya dame fana ni fen soto mi ala ko kafu me lead ni fen soto men si tama zero soto si blano men noma men sa itandi no ko to nya nyin keta tenne wala nyin la yake o ka sono ya bar na fata tembo do mi ala ko amal lon no feren du mallem i botam min to yo ma war min to ko kolea so ndo fo la dron ngam ram hanen do ko ngosi wala te danta nga do fana soto min keta bursubi fangol da ko to jam bursubi ton table ma fanje access bank men beje keta moti men yalon ko to futata ko am roba solle nata je molle dun taje nin kido kabi nin kido dun taje ye kodo do happo do ta ina fundete borta ngamira police futata woto doron ha ina ji fan within the same hour na soto fanan kunku jam ma fango je woni busbi man jam fanyoa woto fanan western union tiyo nata ako atede molle nata kan men ya lonko ini moni bota bank ina muliyata ila taman serol to ya sitile ko don men trabulu 75,000 or plus ya samba ina tata bade mata tora fenna wota police kunna fana report okay nde wolle kunna kawol investigate me dundam be funtila fon na moli silo soto ka jeko momme ya lonko wala mo kilingo membe nyin kono ya hibaro moy dulalto men ngalon sain ko gini bisa wala Gambia police force ila nyaton kol nata kacha baydi police bundal be sotale we have what we call Interpol and we also have regional collaboration so your channel they use to be able to get support from Guinea-Bissau National Police ninna police wal bota jangi tata fuji pour ye nyoma ko kanyi mol muta ke identify ki muta so wala na te futi mi alon ko ndo kono o ma hani funti folode nsafo wo mo silo kan dorong na seconda juno saturday banjul fan katalo fangoto baydi ka fo nyole nyama baro fan la ala korda bunda state house o ma fan ni wodula man jam fanyola war dol fan ko hani anin police headquarters fan le gina sutiyata wala fan sutiyata nyola so fanan mo fulan ni moto le nata moto me yalon ko BMW len bara man no mbapde to soto e dun tasula kan kotenge sula bitiko kono ye kido bondi ya threaten sa fo ngamenje video to kanyi o mo kelo fanwalde ngami mang hanya ka kido sabandoro wala ka keso fay bari ngamenje video to CCTV footage to wolen ko ye kelo do mandinkele ni nada ke muti mi alon ko nyapita buso kan wala bagon to nyaay men di video to ini mo bago ne fundita dun tamoto kono e tata ni o be kiri wato men na kibaro futa police kunda police wali kato beke wolungo baydi banjul le ngal na ko banjul jama ni man te bara la be funtla dentin bridge la so police wal dun ta banjul kono e banjul fande tep kaji ko this is an opportunity kaji ko banjul la wo kam mala specific location kam masa tinno nembe kiri salo nyaadi la so wala na atake ka ko sutende doro nata ka investigation ke ka roadblocks ke and all that for nate moto ni muta moto me an ko sebeta wol da ketaji bara tata mule bulu ya di mule la aske no nyimbe be duna kacha kono ba ke as kacha be kiran yanninga alla ko le preempt but in essence just kan you fado kabenga moto muta wol natan lead to ka moto mal to ni alon ko wolle be ñu ko kon hade
akumada bake ye ko ko indi nyamen coming crime be caring bari armed robbery wall rate is at the rise kodi ningela ko fam
yes
okay good so kadimina in a minute kadimina okay bari armed robbery sai wo mu ku kudal de mi alon ko is at a rise in the Gambia iti amira wol muneka wo no muneka wo sabu ani ka kido bonde mon tole
so ni ko am robri jama baydi kido ka fuji anin joramo dana kay joramo ta do men satina musa silela
yes
ya fahamle don fangol lem don nin tirangol lem bang ana nyongol so wol nin tembento nin nara kido la fannala kar joran ko tamal wala si sotno Gambia janni baydi ki da janni ke tun kan janni wali ki wa fi janni baydi molle ki muna fangala baydal ko tale ke use for another thing so fo kido dun Gambia nga kalam ko kido boka wa fi jan kido fana bu kadda Gambia jan so fere klim ne bije e ka dundi nan sai ka dunnan sila jumale la e ka dunnan fo airport lembang e ka dunnan fo air fo port lembang wala ferry port lembang ferry o fannala fo dum e ka dunnan motol la ne binna boda sol so me sanandiro ke ba ke wala mo kabrin nyimmol mutata men ya lon ko wolle nyinke investigation ma nyata me yitande wala ko nyinu fongole ko do kafun ila operation akamunda ila sakala an established system there ila sakala tangol tin yalo kabe sabati dal ya fahamle adamu to wala nyama ya funun janne ibla dol tay kabe ibla dol tay na ko do to kabe ko do soto ko do ni kafun ila hajal tambindi ko do ni tata funti gambe bantala ka kido sanna ini kidol dun tanan jam kabe ni kidol dun Gambia jam o time wolem e ko kidol nyelle use kata access bank anin kata nyen sula bi ko yemen attack in banjul so kilo nyin akamunta akadun nan jambe sai akadun nan nyadi le
yes
wolam kuti me yalon ko wolam kumoti badi an safa ko ha na bodal bi janne because ni bodal to ni kadum Gambia kono foye tambini checkpoint wala bodal bi jeme yalon ko mo be dundan nanja nyanta ke wistele ke la kaytol jube ani ka ila dunya ni ila sama ni men be ka dum Gambia jang so mu kuti me yalon ko ani taka check border bari jiko men bi je wonan ko moni kido te dunna border bay di ite fangal no ko be tambila je be la kunewol jube la le ni kido be buli bam tale bul jiko menti wolem ko bay di Gambia border be nyame musilol ti me yalon ko bi ikafme official border bi je damen ko mo ka tambilo ni jela mo dor kan tambide bar wo matin na boda dol man soto mo se tambino ni dame na kadum bango kono comme Gambia jan kadum ka fundi Gambia kara Casamance wala ka tasila dola wala kadum ka bo Senegal kadum Gambia kono Casamance ni sila do o kulte mi ko mo li silo silo dol ne say dol le kata dol ne masimal le kata dol ne say dol tawal kata kadum Gambia kata Senegal so wo mo kulte mi ko abe difficult la bakele pour ka a certain 100% foni atara même fangoye yimma nyaake a contrôler ko ade lum kari de nta fango dun tan Gambia la boda fango da men ko police will be like bar na bago ima bibi wala anani will be sike kudi men sike no by the there is no system that is perfect but na jiko men wala ko momo yalon ko a hakilo ya fate fa ata kido sanna with the intention pour kana tinyano to banko kan ani wokido e tambeni boda la da me yalon ko a fango jiko biye hani 50% dem ko isala bagasul jube no la andon femmen better rabul starno abulle so nyilam kuti njikita ko kido kadun nan ha.
Okay, great. Kadim, Kadim?
Mbadunga assistant day because chalong ladies first.
Okay, Nate.
No, Bamba, you can, isata no.
Yeah, okay, abaraka bake assistant day. PRO, welcome. Lafta nung puru kanyinin karole kenung, bari fonga yoto confirm leko Gambia, nsafanyame borderless nation lem. Because ndolni Senegal tema official border sol woolman siya. Bari dundula ni mfinti dula wo buka konti because sato dolbe Gambia karakilo be Gambia la karakilo be Senegal so faydo don dolni Senegal line ote duro rinje waram fenso ten tema isafo menna ko ani kordal tema fenso men beje so Gambia dundula siata abondi dula financial okay but also lafte nyinin kala alla collaboration be nyaadi le wit Abubakar Jawara bari nga kalamuta ko ay laisino soto le kakido wafi mafo ko nyunu kakido men sang molu kakido men sang abulu woka ke jorangoti pour ka sunyaro ke hani mawo bari silata nyim fanana ko bandiol fanansi opportunity tanole ye mo soto no membe kala kido sanna e tol toyala e kaw jorangol use so alla police ning Abubakar Jawara o gon business nyin alka collaborate nyaadi le kaje ko kido kidi santa Abubakar Jawara bulu ay serial number soto le ala kesoliye nomba sotole and wo it can be traceable. Lafta wol to nyen kala. Abaraka.
Abaraka bage ha nga kala mutale ko wati tambita sanjama ko mando sanji dan tan sile kidol na ta jandani alon ko ibe dending ikoy ke use dan na ya mulam kata hunting guns and niya korosi kom kido be dunna ko kan wala fenga fenna be dunna banko kan surtout kido a specification le soto kido nin kan dum if I use menna ani kidi sifa jumal fo kidol ñino sike kuti me alon ko ibe lethal weapon whether they actually lethal weapons pour si mo torano men so naman ke woti the Gambia police force la what you call relationship men be Abubakar Jawara team as far as I know it's a professional relationship because mole mela ka business le kono ana ka business le tamane ji banko kan like any other person ni membe business wo kela nyim banko kan kula me yalo ko police ol nya dani takatara jele baydi dan sino dul je won kana police kunda iman sule na police la wala ba niaje iko police ka don wala mo mu fenete me yalo ko anin security ye nyotal so wo security me yalo ko police da se blano jele ke investigate ka document sol jube ke verify ka kido ni fana ka jube ke happo long anin ko specification so wol fodum anin luwa ta tale bank me yalo ko lebe establishing na banko kan pour assigner sifa ke na kala mutale ko locally kidol kataram fe janne Gambia janne kata dan non la kidol ka tun kan janne kidol tun kan janne kidol men yalo ko dan na kidol leb bara no dan na kidol men yalo ko ke tun kan janne duwaye no fo wodum ko mo kidol ka tarre min banko kan e kidol yin tala e ba register la with the Gambia police force kala jumale kidol jumale bulu kido ni fa an tarde te bulle bang bay di kido men be tarde bu hayde atan dan no dan na kido le anyanta tara mole bu me yalon ko is responsible enough pour adado ko ni asa keno isaje amam mo fana tora o kido fana la o be mu kule men ko aka assess le not just kido la fa kido tala do wala ko mun number 1 so number 2 every year sawo san kido ni fana ka register e ka renew the registration because pour ka account for meaning account the number of kidol so in essence pour kana kuno ni jamfandro wolem ko wole be relationship le benning Abubakar Jawara tema so is a business person like any other person ni atara be fenata kan banko kan mi alon kan security yotale abe Gambia police force like interested pour ka along munam woti and yes the other issue formal yemen foji wala formal si advantage tano ko baydi mo ne ka kidu do sitna indi Gambia fo ito fana sila kido me yanko be mol man porala wala si mol porano wala fo fana si wo use no every opportunity kunu na ta don aka advantage tal we don't rule it out 100% ko fo mo do sa advantage tan wala but what we are saying is that kido men kana jang wala wo ka kido men order na men lo ngi wala what but whether with Abubakar Jawara or not there are propositions ko sila jamal le kido ka dun nan Gambia ko nyame comme ngalo nyame to ko ka dun nan Gambia ko nyame yimbe ko kurmal le am kurum membe kuriya barala ataka every possible avenue ate bala kuriya barano la nyame aka wole noma foni atara police yo atara fa fenta ko kare kan silo le that's the only possible time ikaje ka silo lan fe sila ko tabu dul ta ko tenke fo janni police be kala mutala wala momin ya ko be luwanya atli wala hade bam
Piaro janne bita on a follow-up question. Bayrengal ko mo ali fonko sotole meni alon ko kela kidolo register with the Gambia Police Force. Mustafa Mbe eko kanele.
Yeah, I know. Piaro is trying to join with the video. So ala video nying wala be fenke ka ton.
Okay. Lafta menyin kala as far as you know as the Piaro Gambia din jellemo on the police record kidobe membulu because neko hunting gun kartuso wo kata berentan wo kata sukusuku pullo wo kido bele ka mofa kido be kidite keri membu ka mofa aka dafe fa nyamen animal soul fa nyamen aka mofa wala nyam to woto alla data kono police data Gambia din jelu ma fo ye tol fo de bari in a ball Gambia din jellemo kidobe membulu kartuso le mo hunting gun la wo safety gun lawo as far as you know many along ko mantara security service mo jelu ali men sota la record
abaraka bake ñin temben do si lamento ten wo data tembul ni atara comme ngalon ko ñimbe kala ñin carotte in na licensing unit c'est mako no a data ñin tole wa ñin tembe monsieur men to science wo information no tembul foni atara fana be ñin kola si ñin kar ke wala then we can be able to share that with you in a different platform or directly or maybe na sila koten ke nimbe ben na jang koten hade but ñin temben to ten I don't have the statistics.
Thank you.
Thank
There you
you.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, Piaro abarkabake. Piaro nte ekuma kline explain ko border kunyal be nyamen ko nin Senegal tema dulaldo border nying a opuntale. But nte ngamira ko wo mu fanan poliso ning immigration la do quality kan tanka hani border nying bebe yelering. Because nega ajeja Norway e border stolan in Finland and in Russia and in Sweden. But we border bay kajubele sign with this crisis with Russia and Ukraine. I Norwegian all yada teleko kajubeko for they should even for isi wall fango kejele for isi dulal fence or kajuko people are protected. So ntenga amre natara nyinko mu problem wata ntenga amre nyinko metal nteka moile molka open border nying. So munati na polisol and immigration mandoko ke together the border nyen secure isaje because ngaje ko crime rate obe siakane ma fo gambe dingol tije but sai ngaje ko jama ika Senegal sol commande akonole and other African dingol because wol definitely new other men man ke Senegal I will assume ko wole flight ole tay duntanang so polisol kamun simfale landika make so ko wol be dunkan na banko kono they are registered recorded and kajeko dal there is tracing on them ko criminal because of course I don't have the statistic but I just see ko Gambia is becoming a center for West African criminals they can CJ because at easy tale pure dun Gambia kono yetaran kono ye cool beke ye kana this is how I see the situation so mun simfale bije me alon ko police is taking it measures pour kajeko dal na borders nyol ye tanka hani airport auto of course people katambi airport auto even jefango I still feel ko amantara nyata tara la nyame
Akumada bake lay emi nyininga bari mingera unfortunately bari nyininga roll in the middle of it
we lost
so we lost him but I feel like join kan video la wa try kan video la bake he's here behind the scene on video at the backstage, but minkeda ala device is not connected. So malum fay kam moy behind the scene. Right, okay. Thank you. Because minkeda this is the only phone that is attached to the mixer. But this other phone woman tan attached to the mixer bal. So man najiwe fo akam moy hello. Oh. Okay.
Mustafa jannin PRO minansi tenten no la ko janni ba sut la online nten lafta me itandira jandro Mustafa wolemu yalon Gambia ndolnim bankuman nane na manke Senegal de abe kumaya balale nin atara Gambia Police Force including the immigration and the security service men yalon ko to le martan na bankola kono maralola anin kantaro pour kaje kon na border entries point sol bay dawda ning atara molle kadungala bring land border la waransi border ya try banka Ministry of Interior ni do ko ke ka CCTV keje dula beto an CCTV ning aitara police headquarters fanan ka jube because wato do be kaje ko ning immigration wato do be molu ka molu dukunole pour ka tambi yo andum nganyatlen sunkarola ngalo molbe be hawjirina pour ka do man dembule la jibo kono karfa man si folo bile mu karo nsabo bile mu karo tili folo di karfa de bari modol be je ila karfa jobu ke si fana so foye dula be jube ibe fero katano la nyamen pour ka banko la tanko nyin ka sembo warandi anu CCTV ka makoro ka ku jamal ya understand le ning atra misal fe ngal na bodalu nga CCTV ke na immigration officer to nim police post sol menube na outpost sol to dulal to taring banko dula beto ngamira outpost membe mbulu entry point solu ni ajube amantambi muawla so ninga CCTV ke obeto Mustafa wobe kila nyato ta balati pour kaje ko ka security ni sembo ka fudo manding bajela ko nimmenno fanan mina hani menno fanan be do ko la bodate fanan be hakilo tulale kaje ko yara pang ntolla nyen dulanto CCTV le beje oto kudol be kering police ke ba fela fondita nan sain andu ngalon ka fane ku jamale lo nyin koto bar musa fa be kuma ya balale pour man sakunda fane jubero ke nyin kolla kaje ko na bodalu na entry point bayren Gambia nin dula kilindam andun jama ndeye men foto sumolu kamenke waran tilimbalolu kamenke fangonin terraon nin kurbadol damma bu ka tarebul sai ka kido fanan sikal so nimmenu ka kido sika kata molu noma like a single mother living in Jabang or Forestol Balaje. Yes, hello. Yes, Forestol Balaje yeta yedu wokam anala dimbayalu ya cretin ya la television ol sika ya la fengol be sika ya bula ni moto le kay ni wurtam be fala yo fengol be sika yeta ya lon police ol te bola kala police ol te kala muta to ngalon ne ko police ol te dula be kala muta no ba ni akata no dundulalu ye CCTV le keje o banambe mako ile la do ko to bakele.
Okay. Kadim, sorry. Piero Villanata, maybe Dela Ninkaro, J. Kanatala.
Okay.
Monumsa Kamel. Okay, great stuff. Okay, they Malum Face.
Ala volume low talenata.
Yeah, he's on max now. He's on max, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, no, on kame nyini kanundoro because Piero ya fole ko border nying aka difficult de dundula lesiata na border to. So on kame for Piero ko polisol ning immigration ikamun simfale ta pour kaje ko yentol fanan tanka na border nyolto. Katunte ja Norway ning Finland, Sweden, and in Russia le border soto. Say with this crisis member carrying with Ukraine and Russia. Say Norway ba jube kanevang fonsi me wolle kelaje fombe je fezele me nyim border control, so there is more control border to because ya jele ko tension member carrying no way si bulana konole. So the same thing de ka wole nyinika again ko ngajele ko criminal lo kanan na banko tole mafu ko Gambia nol datije bari sai ngajele ko ni announcement ke mol muta jama Senegal sol tarajem a lot of the time and then other foreigners sol fanam bije. So nathan to ni Senegal le nyim border so border baby yere mune police ni immigration communique kantol fanan tanka kaje ko na boda nying e mol tanka je fanan.
Okay, I can't reconnecting. Just bear with me.
Okay.
Boy, connection on my minute.
Okay, once you are connecting, Gambia could only for about the whole situation with the immigration and CCTV. Ndenga mera fanan bamba kamen fanan I mean, army fanan bijele and since imetara use kamfenna. Una na ime fanan ta ye samba border to fanan. Or is that so complicated? Because natara army bije imantara baro tankala imantara fenna baro man na faso to ye. Then ye samba ye ta ye border to ye mon fanan mako je because malo Senegal ke tol fanan na border ke nyadi because I'm sure Senegal la border tanko bije katuntol bukamo ko ye Gambia dingole muta Senegal sunyarol o modu to Senegal.
Okay, Modu Musa Malum for Ndela question on Melama, I mean for reconnecting. Okay, but for Molka Yinken all about Gambia, but Nim police but Diamole can connection, doji connection or Gamolabang, I'm not sure. Manavake understand.
Sometimes when these calls come, Akabe
calls. Yeah,
especially the phone wala nante buka phone use. When you use these phones, ni mo le call drong aka
call. I don't know, Malong. That's the problem with these phones when you're using them for live stream. Most of the time, I can reconnection, and then PRO ngalon that line would be an extremely busy line.
Yeah.
So it looks like Fang Alalino is busy at the minute. So
why don't you try the WhatsApp again for
normally use at the minute? That's what I'm using. That's what we're using. So I feel like I'm sort of long. Malam foi kam ngala say Modou Musa. Can you hear me, Modou Musa?
Yeah, Rola Jebe busy in it.
Hi, I come on the background. Hello?
I'll come when I say.
Clearly, yes.
Okay, I'm using another laptop now.
Yeah,
oh, that's good, Piero. That's it.
So maybe if ila fenko ne screen o wulindi do man because ake ko kundule ha wulindi do man.
Piero nyine police do ko ti maji kiti adunta nak. That's it. Ngal ko fi ni ci falla.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, all right. So you can ask Gamera saying clearly.
Piero, ntenga men nyini ka wolem ko yedi amokele ko boda nying opuntale dundulal be siare mola. So nga foko polisol ning immigration ni kesim fa nyaadi leta pour ka je ko na mol yentol tanka boda to. Kadu ntenga jele jan Norway ni Finland, Sweden and in Russia le boda to. Ning Ukraine la crisis so say Norway is reconsidering ka jube fo be wolle kala boda to ni Russia tema of fence to make sure there is more saying police will more overwork more surveillance there. Purka jubeko Russia man kuke because of course everybody is sitting at the edge. So the police will altering immigration alkamuneke pour kanto fanata because ngal go Senegal obviously if na border e mol soto jele melke tol fanantanka because ntol muka moy ko gabenol dunta Senegalais criminal ma nyakije but in kajele ko ni e mol muta Senegal so taraje order in foreign so taraje so mu lebe tabaka jeme tanka
baraka baake ela question o nyi akumata baakele pour kaji ko nyaadi lem be fere jumal le landila nyi me alon ko saketa kuti me alon ko wato wadi baydi mune akole a jama border established border ndol found in Senegal bele beji Senegal are on the other side, on the Senegalese side ndol we are on the Gambian side, so those are the established one. So ni ko the around the country comme dawda me alon ko mosi dunno jele ka bo Senegal la kana Gambia science thing for silol be larin ne pour kaje ko fanna at this point in time it's not for me alon ko is feasible. It's not Melanco is feasible right now because borderline akamunda is the entire country. In Senegal, border line already kata across. So wale asabo by default slowly sort of Melanco is official more do know that more think no damage in terms of business and travel. By the will be established in it. Say ni mo be dun kan na banko kan nyenta ka dun ni wusilo lela. Bari comme nga fonya ko mo fuludula kurungol me yanko ni joram kurungol la ka dun nani banko kan wala ibina kuru yalla silo kan walta tambila ni wo establish silol la bay di mo be tambila je foy kay kendo le soto ibe dun na Gambia ka munat ne ka dun na Gambia foy jinin ka wala foy la bagasu fana wiste ka lo ni bagasi faju wala ka dun nanya foy la fengol don nem bang foy kra business de la bang hani business motol ni ka dun nanya ike be jubele ke cross. So it's difficult, we are in a very funny situation, we are very difficult position because people will take advantage of those areas where police or tataraji immigration or tataraji ya fahamle ni tan to la bolon kono ma fa ngala ika siloje me alon ko comme ke ba fa nyame njam sate dol me alon ko la jonkol be Senegal le sate me alon ko la iko la jonkol be Senegal le ila luwo fa be Gambia le so wodula to molla dun nimbo, there is no control over that. So ikaja ko pour mole dun Gambia using those routes is very easy. You can go through that, then you get into a place where you can get a vehicle and get to Combo, get to anywhere you want to get to in the Gambia. So because this is the situation, at this point, but in coming for drunk, generally, border control is with the immigration. But we also are present, not only us, but we also have the military, we also have the intelligence service, we all have all the sister forces in the border or at the border. Pour kaji kombenyo reinforce la nyaming in terms of meeting security. Iba nindo nas ay nindo skip. You know, at nindo skip la in terms of screening. So at the border we are trying everything. Wala nang kafu jama is going to be very difficult to say. Foni amari fa wana rakoy ko tonya de ndedum kan tambidan nyim border karil la jiboro la andum imanna bago wiste wala imanna moto wiste wala yen wiste le famboy la wiste roman senia wala atinna maybe kanata ninki do dunta bankoka. But under normal circumstance, border is an area me alon ko molbuka chahan jila ni mo be dun kanna amake kaytol damandi nga kalam da watam tan yin kus you remember the kus malo fon na len akacha ha so you remember those days akananu nyame because what time of now people don't know what actually kus is. How the officers men are on the ground because it is a new substance. So in essence, but the cabin kibaro kunta when sensitization will come border control keta and all that we keta kudimelo ko saying hana mambo fere kumbuka ma kan fo mo fere. But that goes to Soko, if we work together as one team, we will be able to succeed. But in terms of border control, this is a problem. And Gambia damana problem is a global issue, and the fact that what we are able to control or what we can control, what we should control, what more facility, what on na airport to na seaport to na border, akita nyawonya, they cannot be that weak enough for morning jorang sudundam Bangkoka. But the other places which are not designated as official, and it's going to be difficult in terms of resource, personnel, all other resources need put into play. At this point in time of Gambia, I'm not thinking that it's a go.
Barka bake Piero, but Piero nkamen jubeje fanang resources, of course nga understand the situation how it is with the police and everything, but fanang military fanang besiri njele, and since the president is not utilizing them, they are there. How come wol fanang they are not been taking in? Because nga lonko akolea tale pulka dulabe jube, but yes, sensitization for coups, which is a good example. Ko kabrin sensitization okita dorong kol tala ako talata. Why not the same sensitization fanang kata nying fenkolto nying villages nyolto ka ke sensitize nying kola ni modu da sakarma alkalol momo aliaje banko nyim village okono almalon anyanta regisala anyanta report to police ko kari bijane maybe was sifa sensitization fanan sa kenole asi kol tala because ninyil kata biti na villages or even Serekunda, because a lot of these things may happen can Serekunda fanang. Sensitization there, albakela with the police, with the immigration, kajeko and security, kajeko tanka because cool kata nyameng a serious tale. Ndefo still at Gambia. Honestly, I'm so scared about Gambia because ndenga menje ndenga doko ke Ghana le. And utemo Ghana fanang kabli changed the government from Rawlings to Kufuor. Crime was like that. Armed robbery. I had to get a security. Security told me that Jeremiah Lonko will lem for 12 o'clock. Mobuka fintin na bungo because nobody, only the dog handler. I would have mallo. Momonata si barama. And it has to get to that. But what they did was that I realized the same situation in Gambia and Kamenje. A lot of these crime ni muta, they are also imanke Ghanaian ulti. They came to the country and all this crime. So Kabrin they more sensitized, mount a serious police raid and things. I call Talata because it can all fall in. It's armed robbery with guns. I had a friend that was killed in other America. All these things we have in Ghana for all this. We were expert there and everybody has extreme secret. So what kind of sensitization then? If that work with push, why not say that our people in the villages, they understand that is your liability. It's legally it's a responsibility. Can make sure person you register, police will know or immigration know about the person. And of course the army as well.
Yes, Yemen Foteng, at the moment, even today, the immigration reporters sent in their Facebook page, they are on a joint patrol with the Senegalese counterpart around the border patrol. So, and you are also aware of recent, I think few months ago, the IGP of Senegal visited the Gambia, and part of that, another delegation is the head or the director of drug law enforcement and also the director of immigration and international affairs. And they also had the opportunity to meet their counterparts to discuss around these areas. And I think, plans are that how we better collaborate. We collaborate together and work because crime in affect Gambia, Senegal affect as we are not privy to most of this Senegal, but there is a possibility we also have our own Gambians who may be in one way or the other involved. But generally,
yeah, maybe is using the hotspot to fire. So hotspot.
This was the position. This was the position we thought, but of recent.
Piaro hacks. Piaro became a hack.
Yeah.
The armed robberies and criminal activities we see a lot of our Gambians also in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I taped my phone to the laptop, so I am using that. So the calls would interrupt. So basically, sorry, I will just touch. Yes, so in Kamenja, if recent own Gambians are involved, recent activities have the statistics is out there that is one to is it 3? Because there are 4, 1 to 3, meaning that fatally will recruit bang and all that event at at Mile Tule and stuff like that. So we equally need a much in-house sensitization of the I think last Saturday the community policing of the Gambia Police Force completed a 3-week sensitization where they went to the communities, NBR, URR, CRR, and the phonies, and they concluded in Banjul here. We will continue to do this because it's a continuous process. And it's a process. Come here for Nyame, ni mansa falungo kada dole people want to take advantage. They feel that they want to test, this government and all that, and they get to certain things. But the law is the same. There has not been any changes, and that is to show that the Gambia Police Force fanabe kato ke kanne. Kabri nyunko ngajo ka sembo soto ka. Kana Gambia Police Force fana a strategy landile. The last time the Inspector General of Police was on a press conference, monthly press conference of the Ministry of Information. Dame along highlight the government for a commitment of more than $5 million in me along pumped into the Gambia Police Force just on patrol. Just on patrols, to ensure, this activity may wole la ta ko wuli la nyamba ko kay kuti me ka dantale katon gambe mal long wala because it has so many implications. The implications are too much. The itonya la hadama de ngola niyo fang bari businessman ni be attack ya jibe bank lem ani Mauritanian and it the list continue. Nil mole de banku bule nata Gambia jang kana invest into our economy. So if we cannot provide security for them, then what they can do is to leave because ni for the next thing is kafuela ila niola andum nobody would wait for that. But also importantly, as a country, as Gambians, we need to work together. And I'm sure if you also contact the immigration department, on our platform, on our Facebook page and our radio, we have radio station at the police headquarters. Invite them and they also sensitize. They are also actively involved in other sensitization with other radio stations and televisions. And today's activity of joint patrol with the Senegalese is I know you are so passionate about this because of your experience. It's something that we all feel because nobody wants to see your country in such a situation. So as a police force, we are really doing and will continue to do this, and we are not going to spare anybody. Wale atina sa patrol ni manke nunto suto doron nem bari ngajele ko amro bri jibaka ko wari jiwa santil bula ba so da from around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So it's not just about the nights. So it's about every moment of the day. And this is what we are doing. And
okay. It is important. Akumada yimin for janteng. Because near GB fang ning bankola crime rate kasia. And near taranung Gambian ID or Gambian passport or nialandi idara dunia dauda nialane gafu Gambia kapuka mulum molnya kota fenti. Alon dol fanang kalafiko garde bake because level nila bangola passport or ID land blood molia respect ya horma modu musa baning crime o besiarim bango kang dol ngam fam dala fam present la as a Gambian mimi mam malula la fam som dan ngam mole mbota Gambia le ani wo sifal ning sifal kekeje but okay ning ataranum atole nyinum be mutatem modu musa alnene nyinin kale fo monata koita ayeko yalla ka fale ko kanying bondi janneto nyinne atin kanyinke. What is the reason behind ila armed robbery? What is the reason behind?
I think at this point in time, I cannot tell you specifics. All I can tell you, come being on a drunk, mobile londo moment just how to get money, easy money and order. But specifically, maybe in terms of sort of wala into deport wala in insight in wala no, I do not.
Yalo la penyin statistics like right because minka tina niko yin tol deport lambota back wele then there must be a way man sakunda yanda sulo jibe ko back me mol jibe be rehab la nyame into the system ni atara no man do ko le soro wala man sakunda yanda jibe la pro mol be do ko soro nyam ni atara no man ko do le soro ko di yin la atara lo de ni atara no man yin soro coming to establish that malum falka o sifa establish like to know munaka mol do yin
I'm not quite sure about this, but I have not had any information in all the reports indicating for these people are related to such. Then they resulted to bank armed robbery and all that. So what I'm aware of is that the other one is an Ivorian, the other ones are Gambians, but whether actually they were among people who were sent away, because that's an analysis which is very important to be able to understand the mindset.
Yes.
That is important.
So
and I'm online here. I don't want to just fabricate anything and come up with anything, but to be certain, I personally have not looked at that, and it wasn't obvious from the reports that this is it, because when things happen initially, the police is interested firstly in establishing, taking a statement from them to be able to establish the charges. This is what I can priority at that time, and I think this is where it is important. The investigative journalists, so many are involved in trying to understand crime and criminality in the country, to be able to go that further step, to be able to understand, to profile properly, whether all of that. But I do know, hope is highly likely it would be there when we ask. It might even be in record. But like I said, at the time that we are getting those information, and at the moment I'm not privy to it all, demographic information in terms of, apart from what almost everybody know, what I mean and all that. But what is there in a life and all that? I personally did not go into the details, because basically what I get from the police usually is what I can give to the public. You understand? So the analysis of the other part, which is very relevant, is very important. I think people can get into that. And also, it's also important even for the police, because the police need to advise the government on certain things. It's important for the police to be able to look at people who are committing this crime. Who are these people? Already we established, okay, there is a Gambian and non-Gambians. But what background?
exactly.
Are they educated? Are they half educated? What training have they had before? What is their level of education, level of awareness? All of these things, their history, where they working before, had they had any, so a lot of questions we can look at when we want to actually analyze it. But I'm sure we will see. I think it's a good proposition that we can also look into, not just actually giving the number of crime, but who actually these criminals are.
Exactly, yeah.
Mustafa, can I quickly comment?
Yes, go on, Tony.
Piaro nga yininkaro doke koma janko is just a suggestion, but also while I was away, I received a call. Someone want to know. Barimbadu nga na wo suggestion on yim reframe, then nga na yim question on yininka for this viewer membe la moekang. Wala mo nyindi ko komen ngambe nga kalamutala kon na bodalu dundula nim bondi dula me alon ko police post beje o immigration post beje ni akonta mamu aussi nko falning immigration alning interior ministry be nyomoy kanne bang pour ka CCTV luke wo entry point solto ani exit point sol men ben na banko kan e baje la ko fanambe makoy balale abatul police sol fanam makoy la as to Nalbe police headquarters mung activities lel katara na entry point, and also nin sungole tapale yake Gambia banko kang don sifinduna na entry point border lale isake no, because ni aja le nyindom muta e ngamo ile ko alafta pour kata moto nyin ka atelier ka fali as a result aliya muta so ibaje la ko nyunu fana kumaya batale na tra misal fe CCTV be dulal to tari na entry point ning exit point zolo ngawolu CCTV sol ke wodlato wobe banko fanana tanko mako la se police sol fana mako, because ngalo neko police all you guys are doing a very very tedious job. Sometimes I'll go overstretch le fana jama alte concentrate no la kombo da mala ningal ko albal nyaati na kombo le bita bolon la ko na le nyaati le bolon ko le min ha kombo and small be daming they are always if anon kala file katara one step ahead of the police. If anon ka police all la movement sol study le kal fana ke study nyame. As a criminal law student, modo yung kumandi ako, there is a particular person, aka korosoro katul police wala bake, this particular individual. Time na crime commit biro ya muta. Abuka killing karifula ke drum police wala kabula. Ako ka jahali bake, which is Karanta Dabo. Karanta notorious mobile along. Akata bidikol to kanyim false money soul falinje ako bare aka cross le ko nim police sol ya muta wati tar killing karfula drong ina siben silo kan ko tanki ando he amanko ko abukabula he goes back to do the same crime. Ako what is happening? Is it that police are not able to prosecute him, and if they are able to prosecute him, what is happening between Karanta and the police? These are the questions, Piero.
Okay, Abarakabake. The first one is a good suggestion. It seems to be a suggestion than a question about the CCTVs. Yes, I think that's a good one. We would put that into our advisement. Akumata Bake, not only the borders, but most importantly, even within the cities. Of recent Kabin Yinketa, CCTV mol makoy bakale, the Access Bank case, the Mauritanian, and of recent Aliyajele, Nalbe Mfulokang on the Facebook, we've reported our engagement with the Bankers Association. We had meetings with them, training with them, and also in Basse and all that. All of this is to see how best we can be able to help them provide security, because they have their local security, but the local security local security men katara molbul hani police will be fam ko kido soto Gambia jang police will be kido te police will fam will be bul ntebe jandame as a public relation officer hani ntebe mano tema janga bro brigadier ndeti taje ko kido fam tente fam bul ya fahamle. So what I can do is to ngamma bo ngakol ke to the
Are you serious? Are you serious? For it suppose it. Yaro wosi fabula ko. Ite taje. Nita mantaje tumal bitaje. Kano.
ngalo no ka tol mo morol de ka do bingeje le Facebook ibe tafsiro la ngay be fe be tafsiro la ba fe be translation la ba yes. So on a serious note, yes, really, so wala atin na ngaja ko ila local security menu soto ikake local security podongol la katrebulu ananyangol andung ni kiditio na to mari la ka fa nete ta sijana ya fahamne. So sabu kama we trying to review and see how best we will be able to provide security for them, armed security for them, not just during banking hours, but every moment of the day. So maybe with this, that aspect can be mitigated. So CCTV is for everybody, even in the traffic. We are thinking of how we can be able to especially traffic area Kabojang Karafo Mandina ba Sido Greater Banjul area, because offenses jama be traffic violation or canal in them, and CCTV footage it will be very easy to be able to know what kind of offenses and jumalem and all that, the evidence part of it actually. That beside, coming to your specific question about Karanta, we are aware of this. There was this lady who went on TikTok, made a video about Karanta's involvement. They even went to the police. They went to Banjul and Ding, but they were frustrated, because police will go in. It seems there's nothing we can do about Karanta since it is Karanta. You understand? And that's very unfortunate. And we were not happy with that. I don't know who must have done that. So because I follow the social media, that's my job, to understand what is happening. And sometimes people will send it to me, and Allah police will GBA menke and all that. So and I notified the command about this. Then the command, we came up with a position ko Momonde Mayalonko has anything against Karanta, then the Karanta, let them go to Kairaba police station and put their report, while the police would be searching for Karanta, and then they can be able to use those evidence or complaints or whatever against Karanta. So, but point to be noted is this: what the police can do is this: the police would effect arrest on Karanta, and they will take Karanta to court. This is what we have been doing. We will arrest Karanta, process Karanta, and take Karanta to court, and that's where we stop. Karanta will be taken to mile 2. After a month or two, Karanta is out of mile 2. That is beyond the police. And this is what is happening. The last recently, I'm not quite sure whether he's still at remand, because Kabri worketa nga mutale. Amam me found it. Water me na nkanyi water me mfo nga mutale nga samale nga remand, because there are a lot of allegations against him on this. You understand? So Karanta la ku amanke kukuta ti nyimbanko kan. But whatever the situation is, there has to be a way out, because ni atara more long than completely 100%. Yeah, fam, it's not good for society.
But saying, aka kananya de la bada truka process like aliadi luatiola, atondi Jojo ning court, aita court. So, aka kananya menje left jail alone, aka kananya de la.
Amanka aka kanalo, amanke koka kanale, amanka aka jail break le koko, amanke wotiko.
Aka fundi jade.
Hani ko nta defutala wodo, by the umanke na area. What I can say is, ntol kamenke at the level of the police. Yeah, fahamne. Either fudung ala ika is it fine men na lembang fo ika jail tam nying fa ka banne bang fa bu ka bang bang. This is what we are saying. You understand? Whatever leads to Alafunto Banda, that is beyond the police. What the police does is that we will process him, we take him to court, we prosecute, near jail, we are done with him. Then for how long and all that, that is not on the police.
No, but Piero, I have to cut you off there. I have to cut you short there. I think this is what you are saying, a collaboration talning Ministry of Justice tema. Because obviously, not only alla do kale processing and that only martantul civilian or angola. And in na sino, ninga toluman sino, ndolte sino. Obviously, ndol fanan kala vila atol fanan albe tankala because not all man tanka, atol meno kamol tanka, no man tanka. Akamunda ronko suti of anantela la isino. So ndol fanan bela fila menna wole mo alni Ministry of Justice collaborate, ali kacha, ali nyininka. Why is it that always ninga nying can do process nga samananja? Ngaja ka fonti. Palka lighter sentence le dia bang. Kono aka joro le ke bali abula bang. Kono aka moleke anuma mira karantanya nta joro ke la pura ebula. Because obviously there should not be a fine on Karanta. There should be a custodial sentence to keep Karanta away from public. Because he's a threat to public safety. Obviously, more bele wolong Karanta man ke toti Gambia konomen nukunta. You understand? I am a victim, I'm not a victim because na sister. Atata wala bitiko tole I kolo some I kuke je wasanga tabakele o gara utabaki. Anu biriya police ol nyininka ikawo case mempo biriya police ol nyininka banyu for kanifin na po banyulun din namba iko ino control man fen no karantama that when take you from fana ni police ol man fen no karantama auto silang ndol we can take the law into our own hands nga dipali pankudala nga kumoteba. Is that what he is telling the public? Exactly. So what to say more nyanta fere like la karantabe abe rehabilitate la nyame because bankudi wala nabi la kanyanta dafola ko ala fundinde bankoka. Obviously, any moment but what can we do to get protected from Karanta is for the police to collaborate with the Ministry of Justice. Kaje ko Karanta near custodial sentence de la woman fengol falling, remand de la woman fengol falling. Yasamba for 20 years. Not another 20 years, I kapintaya Karam police mile two. When I blow Koso Karam mile two, maybe when he comes back, he might be a change human being.
Yeah, I think in general, yes. I think wala atin nakabra ko mamanda anyinin karo kita kula fo muneke da what's wrong. Nyinin ko timene alon ko police kunda especially the leadership be nyinin karo because if it was going everybody was saying karanta. Then when we brought it up muneke da what's happening? We said okay, to better understand this is let's get karanta first. Allegation many along ko be ba kunna you understand then we can be able to tie him to all of those then nga samba court. You understand? Then from there, you can be able to establish. And it's sometimes come coordination coming for the coordination. But Jama, abuka easy police bulu. Jama abuka easy police bulu. Because police, what we can do is come na mandate don't know what to. The rest of whatever should happen in the process is a collaboration. And for example, not at a court. For ba fine na leba, eko imanya na fine na. Yalo audition to the magistrate level. Who's to decide that and how long, depending on all the evidence and the verdict that should be given in essence. But generally, we are aware of this as a police force and it's a concern, and that
you know that it doesn't make you look good.
No, not at all. Not at all.
This is the thing.
Yeah, but it's not the police. It's not like
police. Wolma long akatama nyameng iba afolo ko police wol nafata wol e bole fala because wolma long
don't vote ka folo ko nyin karanta o kay ngamira kabo police hierarchy kabo top karanta ka obejo salary la ko bol kal tok yale ngalo ne ko that's not true to be honest.
Maybe Piero inyanta explain na mole jang.
Yes.
Altol ka dameng alkada na because a problem was that because nin karanta ante malo barinka moy molale ya arrest le ya release so this is not just karanta damma but munema tola rotinali mo because generally it looks like there is a gap in the judicial processes. I don't know what gap it is because Ika Coleman be explained and looks like Coleman tara connecting and mantara nyo moikan or things are not really related properly. But munema tola roti nali mol arrest because mol ka fole ko can even the hand eta police ne samba police ibe code la drong ya release. And at the same time ngajele ko police all fanang are very smart and quick in arresting people on political things. Issues that are very political and then ye mutaje for some days nga wol fanan jejele. So what atulla role mu muneti ka just clear the mola ninte nata nga moye kuken nata police nga report.
Yes, abaraka bage. So we abe fanna fulal lan tulunga men soto Gambia police force fanna fulal la. The Gambia police force criminal activities, criminal cases, alleged criminal activities, they get into that. But we also understand that there are civil issues many police kundato. And I think it's very important for Molia understand. Sometimes more can police a case na police may is purely civil. It's purely civil. When it is purely civil, that police must send best sort of to go ahead with that kind of a case. So at best what we can do is we advise both. We advise both based on the circumstance at the time. Ni atara nyile nyo sort of men na science and ningi be bula avec la problem only. So we'll ask one of especially men not a report or we'll ask the size work on. Size work on while we try to talk to this person. Ya faham. Second ni atara come is a civil issue at all. We have policeman mandate strategy. We try as much as possible that family ties sometimes, that community relationship sometimes, pour maintain it among all team. We use our own tactics because at best what we can tell them is go to court. If you have an issue with this person, just go to court. This is not a police matter. But there are instances where we feel that we can be able to maintain that humanity between the two of them. We try to do that. So okay, we tell the other part India the best thing right now is it to station so kacha kono pareta and all that maybe aseta asita for no yanga kari samba police imagine mbota jidron hani within an hour or 30 minutes yabula. Yeah, fam. That is one part. That is the civil part. Okay. The criminal part fanang different levels of criminality libiji. Whether it's whether it's misdemeanor, whether it's felony or whatsoever. So it depends on the kind of case lem. So ni atara case lem me along ko ala investigation mo require pour ko mari mutaji. Yeah, family, we can just tell the person, okay, you go back tomorrow, you come back and report. And we are sure and certain be report landane because that is now left with the police officer on the ground or at the charge office who is handling this case. Monara ifengo report it here, ye be invite at the police station for one reason or the other, then inata double okay, alena sama and all that. So the other person can for hanga carry somebody in a ken nafang, but imagine what a year wrong, ya fanabula. The police station is not there to punish anybody. The police station is not a punishment center. And I think people need to understand that. The police station is not a punishment center. Dami alonko mul nyanta kamul na finanjele yaje ko that party ite men nat nanje yo punish. The police is not here to punish.
Just a minute for more clarification. Because yes. The police center is not a place you can more punish dame. But ngajele ko mol ka mol mutale for the 72 hours or even more than that for some days.
Yes. Yes.
Why?
So what I'm saying, yes, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the situation, depends on the case lala. The case will determine whether this person need to be here for the next 1 hour, 12 hours, 24 hours, 72 hours. And sometimes even beyond that. If we think that this person should be here beyond 72 hours, then we have to write to the courts. We have to take it to court. Then court yoman de dimulangamari kit. This is what
I'm sorry, PRO Sisao, I have to disagree with you. Manso. Police, malum for albe police falling quality. But the Gambia police ndolnga belon since 1994, kana for B. Molu samba dol fangol beje alke samba confinement la alke mabo airport to many alonko, they are not police stations. Molu ka yeman ne mol bukeje e katara mabo rin dulal to dama even police training school. Mol katara mabo rin dulal to many alonko, they are not proper police stations. So, ning ayatara saying albe police falling kan, come and tell us ko, lapta policing system falling nale. But police have been used in the past to stifle on people's fundamental human rights. People's rights have been violated. Police have been taken to court and fined. The state has been asked to pay those people compensations. So, nina jaiko police market blati punishment kakedame, I would disagree. That's all. Police punishment kakedame, nundo. Man sign London because sign with this new administration, then since the new government nata, Barola Mansakunda nata, a few individuals are happen tailor, including police officers themselves. A police officer was put in cell with police uniform, a senior police officer for that matter. So ni nata iko policeman ke policeman blate. What sign afonye ko sign nembe okay not in few years or months ago.
Okay, so I think we are on the same page. Since if I clarify, I think we are talking of the now. We are not talking of the before. We agree. We all agreed. Police officers came on TRRC and said, we did this, we did that. We all are clear on that.
Okay, all right. Yalo for a layman, Nico sign policeman ke fenket for a layman outside listening. What are for
Okay, maybe Kela Piero.
Sorry, you know, just to make sure man be we are not just jumping. But Piero ntenga jele de ye mol arrest. Sign. Biko. Ye mol taye samba. Just simple words. Melfata. And ya taya blow polisol ye mutaje. For mol ka wuri ko ali bula 72 hours. In fact, say mol le ka polisol. Yeah. Remember 72 hours ya bula. It gets to that level.
Yes.
So, and honeybee, because Mamba Kafoloko before, but in the honeybee, we are seeing that. So, we just want people to understand. So, the Mole Alonko near arrest, it's not a place me Alonko Yante punish la. It's a place me Alonko that part it can for is just to be able to address the issue.
Yes. Okay. So I think we are on the same page. I think just for more clarity, there are instances many Alonko mul mutale, you know, and some of them are politically related. We are aware of the Ibrahim Madiba case. We are aware of the other cases where the public has an interest in this case. And where public has an interest, the outcrying in Kasiale, everybody is there because I interested sort of. So because they have their interest, they would be on social media, they will be coming even on the ground, you know, and trying to demand that this person should be released. Because if you are keeping this person, the law is only able to give you up to 72 hours. So this is what I'm saying. If you will continue to keep that person beyond
so
that,
you know, language, Mandika, you know, we use a local language.
Okay. So meme fokan don walam ko kom ha nga kala mutale ko
sorry mela kuma kundu malum for ibe sura la 1 or 2 minutes la praise ngote.
Oh yeah, yes.
Ndebe ninga atasoro jandronga betal but aman si do man dinjang ko ko ben
okay, so that Piaro can go I sungote, then we will have to bring Piaro again, but yeah, let's okay.
Hello, Falcam Welebang.
Aziz, welcome.
Piaro la connection o tatale. Aziz ibenya din be moy kan. We lost Piaro.
Yes, but sorry, nintara wo mu woto mbatu ngata of so that asina.
No, it's not you. Ala side them, Aziz.
Follow left apologize because nuntina no bari mansi no.
There's a charge attached to this, Aziz.
Yes.
Mustafa police keba be mabo kanne. Alo amanke ko
I was just having a call that interrupted, you know.
Aziz be mabo kanne because yalo birai si sawje jandra ko hop yenna molle nati. Police keba portal.
Iko?
Ngo police keba portal me nkejele ka duyi ka funtide.
Malum fungbe device may use kanne mutbang wala naman dunno, so it was really hard. Actually, number as I am listening.
I know, I can see that. Okay, your thoughts, Aziz, because it is experience Manzakunda Sabo Bay police.
Yes, Kujamale Tambita Mameng catch up no at some point afternoon to jump in to explain a little bit about the border issue, Kanatama, you know, in and out, and then of course detention and release of persons. And in Sisawe Memfo, Ikakolea Meng Taki, Niyemo Mutaya Abel, the other side cannot complain. Wo meta jele, but in Teamira, Polisolu can get around that. Nimoye mo samanang, akoy ko nyenyine kenna, investigation o bang, adiaje ko there is a need to release this person. One, inyanta to call the complainant. Kafai kode ngela case investigate lembe nyin stage letter. But given the nature of the case and the rights that are available to this person, mbabulalale, it does not mean a case bantale. But this is what the law says. Ibemembulala fana, you can put conditions to that person, including they should not cause any harm or any safety concern to the complainant. Anyantaka kewole nyama. But obviously, bininte nasumumuta nga samba police. 30 minutes later, yabula akana konyoto abe kulu folamma. The tendency is sama ninga enyon complaint soto aurada nga munya fe than report it to the police. So
warayalipa fango.
Yes, but there is a way to that. Police need to devise that mechanism to give feedback to complainants. Nte aketana during Yaya Jamela time. I nearly lost my job, but haningana doko lose at the time. I'll be very happy. Menketa wolemu some Gambian semesters badi wunkole mi dunta nyola in Swiss. Kilingo nata Gambia, nyinul nata nang biringa nata ya samba police because ya miracle ila drug money meng ika wafinu ye kodo karafama ay kodo domole. When he came to Gambia, police only arrest in Swiss. They brought him to the police station. During that transition time, iko fonga nyin soronko eko tonya dalie memfalia la kodo dia la da sontale. But the complaint does not require a criminal process. Mbemenkela, wole mnyintingal advice alta alie lawyer contact. We will hold this person for you within 24 hours so that I'll see a summonske nintaral sila takabe borla. They refuse. Iko itakela. Iko dal, this is a police matter. Unko eko is not a police matter. Iko no. Unko eko, I'm going to go ahead and bail him. Adunga bail, bringa bail nak kending abort. They took me all the way to the Minister of Interior. Because those complainants are connected to the Minister of Interior. The minister wanted to dismiss me. Aligning the permanent secretary, because bring a case explain. Permanent secretary come Minister Eko. What do you expect the police to do? They did everything they need to do. Yening informed Leko, this is a civil matter. But that's a long story. What I just wanted to say here is that is what is lacking in policing. The feedback men inyantaka di complainants la. Adun police ya mirale ko they do not owe that feedback. Adun nibuka will use a relationship between the police and the they don't trust what the police are doing.
A relationship of akatinyale back.
Exactly.
Even as this may come to the jam fango, the same thing they can feedback men for. Hani jan nowe, denga de mahani ndingo kabrala fenko filita. Ayalandi bitiko dala la masorong. Skuta. Sunya. Nga report police. And then police only investigate and they wrote to me feedback dinna ko nga nyinga nga jele bari fo nga mari trace. Then again yen safi ko hani bi ma mari fenkela bari ma clear because nga memira no wonte. Then after a year well they couldn't do much about the case for the mammo muta, so natra any new thing comes to them they will let me know. And as simple as that, these are emails they send.
Yes. The other aspect men police PRO yafo, the challenge men ikasoto near more samba to court. Sometimes the sentencing offense ning buka match, in the sense that you have a high profile criminal that is just given a couple of months. A police needs to engage the Minister of Justice and the Judiciary.
Yes.
Because judiciary itself is a law enforcement. It's a safety.
Exactly.
Yes. It's a safety component. Yaje, when you are having this kind of difficulties, police need to come up with a paper to present it to not only justice, but even to parliament. In terms of enforcing the laws. These are the kind of reforms that we are expecting so that the legislature or government can come up with some kind of sentencing guidelines that is aimed at protecting the public.
Police keba heka to demande. I just wanted day. Left up pour ka play.
So I will be able to
No,
at least
no left up pour ka fende and the PRO la jang. I was sent this just few minutes ago. Yajel police officer be motulo bunna yajel. You see it? Yo, and the public yenyinka iko bayring PRO yenyin kuma kango nyimfo iko for police yenyin report sol soto le bang because this happens less than a week ago.
Bari Bamba.
Yes, police keba, yes.
Yes, here Lieutenant police PRO have come up and lay out the operations and the challenges. Allow me to also bring a different perspective so that Asaje, Barimol Fana Samui, and that will help.
Go ahead, because as a former PRO yourself, you are in the know more than us. So go ahead.
Yeah, Aziz, Jani Vita Fanang, if that a point or mentor in terms of sentencing.
Yes.
Left of an AJ Fanang clarify, because it looks like, let's say, take the case of this other guy who the thing is that, so it looks like a weak sentencing Fanang, and plus like delay in the justice system, aka offenses, repetitive offenses, people just go on offending because the justice system is weak. 2, delay in the sentences, so they just go ahead and do it.
You mean Karanta,
yes.
Yes.
It looks like this, and there are many of Karantas, Fana.
Yes. Yalong PRO ya Fojanko. Itolu, all they can do is to take it to court, but they will not be able to determine.
Yeah.
But if the sentencing is not matching the crime, police have that ability, the police leadership at that level, to make a presentation in Parliament requesting for additional measures to be taken to be able to deal with recidivism.
Yeah, to give people the security they deserve.
When you look at, like in US, there are certain offenses that the judge the judge's hands are tied. He has no option.
Yes.
They are mandatory sentences. That can happen, but it will not happen until police bring out the challenges and take it before the lawmakers. This is also why it is important that police should be providing statistics.
Yes.
What I see when I was there is that police feel when they provide statistics, it will show that they are not working. No.
Of course, no. We know the police are working.
It will highlight the challenges that they are facing. It will come in their support to impose on government and our politicians to support the police more.
Yeah, so and even as the same thing here, the police, December, they came, the chief of police, and actually on the TV, Jang, no way, Jang, they are struggling because I a new strategy, drug dealers all can use, it can tie in through the post office.
Exactly.
Post mail. Yeah. And they put the statistics is higher than year before. And now, so they call on the Minister of Justice to give them more resources to put more focus on that. So, I mean, these are some of the things.
They mela kuma kuntu nte maliano dolemu na kafunyoma balem akanyim boro le dada nyin kono dimi boro amunkumalem akadada akakinyena in the UK here. Musa vandada post office purka post. Iko ngaile ayaje munkole mu. Malum fay boti no le press fay mu ne press dron tenga jele moto sabalota be ka wiu. Inata ye muru yembe. But obviously I know ko ntenga mte fo ya use le ngalo no ka monkey drugs. So inata konye ko can we see some form of identification comme il a normal procedure. E nyini kanga fe ngana katol be boninga fe be konye ko nyimu munet. Nko ko kono dimboro le bar local medication ole. E konye ko foite fo ngana ya use le banko yes. Nko in fact sa test jam science ipo. So nga test police musindu na penga konye ko are you sure I can try it? Nka yes you can. There is nothing wrong with it. Kono dimboro le mdorong. aya fenke ate fo 5 pound dinna pour ka sang ate police musse no fane na address ota na tam commande ko ala friend dole kono ka batandi bara ate ay tan wala ko this works so ikanyini ka funding health department si nyomoyno for they can go kanyin study ka jube for they could put it in the system because very very effective kono karkato aka wala jar very
business
so Bamba, can I don't know for yaro yena
intervention balo be business do Mustafa ndo form business le
yaro bitala sungotela fananga
sorry ndunta nanga aterate tata I don't know whether you had my intervention.
Maybe mute.
You are muted, Piero.
Yes, you can go ahead again. Not much of it.
Okay, so what I was speaking about was one coming ika bail memfo tonyalemu yemo muta ya detain then ya bail the other one may sambanang feels police are not doing anything and bail is a right, so it becomes like what should police do? Barinka memfo there is a way around it. Bail is a right, but also near mo muta ya ni mo complain ke anata adu ya complain investigate ya mari muta ni aje ko they need to be bailed. Police should reach out to the complainant. Kafaiko, your complaint is being taken seriously. We've looked into it and we're going to proceed. But the suspect have a right to be bailed. So we are going to release this person. Don't think that the release of this person is the end of the case. No. Within the condition of the bail also, there should be a condition to restrain and restrict that person from causing any harm to the complainant or making him feel uncomfortable. All of those things are there. So what is happening right now is the lack of feedback from the police to the complainants. And sometimes police feel they don't owe the complainant any explanation as long as they are proceeding with the case. It does not work like that. And a lot of accusations made sort of from the police is because of that perception. So the other thing coming for with regards to hardened criminals, Samba court, the sentencing is below the severity of the crime. Left a police strategy to curb and control crime should not be limited to only physical enforcement. It should go to policy, and police should be able to come up with a paper highlighting the challenges and requesting that Parliament pass a law to impose mandatory sentences on certain crimes. It happens even in the US that you have a law that ties the magistrate's hands. If someone is charged for a certain crime, once they are convicted, they have to go for a mandatory sentence. Finally, this is where I feel like the security sector reform is lacking, because security sector reform is only limited to the security sector. No, it has to match with the justice system and also the penitentiary. When I looked at this case of armed robbery, we've seen that these robbers met together in prison and were able to plan from there. What does that tell us? That the prison is not syncing with the court system and the police. But no one is going to stand up for that unless police come up. And police should be providing statistics. Concept of statistics be, if IG say crime is in the increase, that means police is not doing their job. No, it's the contrary. If police
is it not the perception as well, just trying to be on the side of police here, the perception of the way police treat Nyame? Could that be also the reason why police are not brave enough to come out and do the statistics and say increase la? wala be decrease kan and just be there hana increase they stand up to that.
Yes, so they based on my experience in the police nunto, if you are manning a station or a region and crime is in the increase, you are not working, you are likely to be redeployed.
That's a wrong.
Rather
That's
than
a wrong
trying
thing.
to understand or even celebrating you, because what is happening is that you are highlighting what's happening. So because of that police culture and mindset, even at the level of the stations, police tend to suppress crime reports.
Yes.
Because
no, but police keba yalong ku kilimbeje police ol nyanta wo understand la ni do ku kendo ke the public are happy. And if all in the public domain, molka funtinane to praise them. Mbe watambira no mol be ka bloko sinu gorgimbubu and late gorgimbubu because najele ko I low menke, though he is not perfect, mistakes all kettle here and there, but collectively Gambia no handika be kafula ko gorgimbub dalil juma kamala because gorgimbub yaita the public level ko I am going to serve you. Despite the fact that he has some hiccups, he has some ups and downs. Obuka baino. But the police all fananyanta may understand la wole munyentiko. It all they deal with us more than they deal with the government. Because because they interact with us 24/7. It all is centered to the public. It all they deal with us on a daily basis, day and night. So it all nyanta may understand la wole munyentiko our perception. Feel towards them. And that perception can only change. Coming police as this being an experienced former spokesperson and a senior police officer, ningali ota to task alia jube atol be munelu jube nola because kavoko sisao amaluta le kanyimfo o amang hani kanyimfo moli aje ko sisao is weak. No, ntajela ko you are weak. Ntolbe menjela je wole munyentiko sisao nyin kuma kamemfo munesi keno pour ka improve.
So Bamba, let me go ahead. I'm left it's not a criticism.
Aziz Fanang, try to local language because molbe, you know.
Okay, malum from the surah kangole foka. What wako bo indinyi.
No, angele kangole be wole foka.
I'm really sorry. Sisao malafi yamira komeng nka police olunjutu tela doko ala no. Mela doko appreciate back. Tumodo mbe memfo kan bi man aforu mo le soto madula le soto kafo wole na mbe nyimfo kan yo nga IG la press conference moy adun nga tentu back katu IG ala londo and ala mastery of the police is surpassed my expectation. Bari I kole akudo for ning stunting coming dindingol men kamotolu tai da nyamoto borla ay kolea ko fuje including ka foko ning dindingolu alfalle be kom again ning kombe nyinul mutala through physical enforcement damala abe kolea lale mbe munekela wole munyintiko be the traffic law addressing stunting mala there's a specific legislation that addresses that. Wotofunga wolua legibe nga murum back to parliament kafo nyine be caring adun stunting ala consequence is equivalent to murder. Oto silang lafta alie semben tu ya lua la mea lonko tonya menul kake de a minus adun tumodo sorondi tonta kenola bari bayri bota suol le kona adu ila wulu la motolem woto nga momo muta ifama wala mototio will be sentenced equally and even more severely. But that has to be addressed through policy and not physical enforcement.
But as is there is juvenile fanang bijele, juvenile laws and juvenile code wo baby bijele that should cover dindingol fanang.
Ha bari hana mang adequate. If you target wulu lalu ibe dingol control lale.
Alenga pia robula ba yenyu fenke because he can't see akungo kononte bari yenye IGP la press conference na dile Aziz laftala no ngala ba wala because ni nga wodati drum piaro asikeno bimbe kol kandini la bulba
Yeah,
you know, yes, Modu Musa, yes.
Yes. Uncle Aziz mem fo jangala moy bakele comme aya fo nyame procedure comme wadol, these are individual way of doing their work. What is procedure? It's just procedure. Ni mo na take for feedback diala. Usually, you know, ila hajo comme ni police station or report kiji ila hajo lang wote wala ni na police station, and many a times these people would come back to the police just to know how far the progress of the case. Yeah, I understand. I think it's a matter of communication, and it's not about the police itself. It's about the people. Anyway, it's difficult to differentiate the police and the people. What I'm trying to say here is part of procedure is that they should do this. It's communication, how you communicate with your client. The people are complaining to us at the police are our client. They came and they said X, Y, and Z. So, the police has the powers to come grant bail. They don't need a permission from the complainant, but it's out of courtesy and out of respect. Based on your this, or any other, it's difficult to call them, but at least, okay, tomorrow you can come back. You know, tomorrow at this time, then we can tend to. One more procedure, we'll have to work on that, and that's a good one because akadanya wanya nyilona clients appreciate what we are doing for them. I totally agree with you. And on the side of the statistics of recent, Nalba Hakilo Bakan, the Inspector General of Police, on a quarterly basis, will do a press conference. And in this press conference, one of the key things that they will talk about is the crime rating. And there has been fluctuation, but a comprehensive coming at the end of the year, I equally was expecting that. But until the end of the year, this independent preparations towards that lekabeng. Yeah, family. And I was thinking that because I already went to the statistics department where we took all the statistics for 2023 and 2024 to be able to compare, not just come with one statistics, but to be able to compare and see how we did well and all that, and also be able to share this with the public. It's still with me. We are at the analysis level to be able to analyze it and come up with something. So it has not been practiced generally at the end of the year, though there has also been other factors to that, because at the time that Samokana Bank, end of statistics based sort of to be able to compare it like December to the other December in 2023. So it's already there. Plans are there to be able to come out with all of these numbers. Nafakela like a cumulative of the year from January to December. But at the time, December, we could not sort of able to get a compiled report. But what is important is good for us. It's good for us as an institution to tell us how well we are doing in terms of even requirements, logistic requirement, where we also need to concentrate more on our logistics. The areas may affect. Ngalo ko combo watale crime kasi ako, but combo fanal bi jemi ko crime, different types of crime le bi jemi ko wolle ka keje. Ngalo ko in jama domestic related and all that. And of recent even the murder in Brikamaba and all that are domestic related, where a husband and a wife, and also we saw where a brother and a sister, murdered each other. So all of these things are things that is important, and I think we'll take note of that, and we'll try as much as possible for the statistics. Now we can bring out all that is possible to be able to see. Yes, please, Uncle.
Okay. No, let me just jump in. I'm very much passionate when we come to crime and policing. Sisao,
yes.
I love statistics that are very good, but remember, they are inadequate in showcasing difficulties. Namenje wole munyinte alka compare with a view to ka foko mba katakane because crime is coming down. Ningali for there will be no need for funding. If I'm the president and you tell me crime is coming down, why should I commit more resources? No, it should be the other way, showing how crime is going up and why it is, because you don't have the resources. To be quite honest, crime is not going down. What is happening is that citizens are now normalizing certain crimes to the point where they don't take it to the police. If you were to do a survey and ask how many Gambians would report to the police near La Sisa or Sunya, likely you will not have anyone. And the reason will be Amanjarala, Bata, Ambe Bata Men Sotola Gentina Fen Sotology. It has gone beyond CISO. Even Mimwela Ba Sunya B, even police officers, Niela Bal Sunya, they would rather not report it. So what we are seeing is that people normalizing, and they are normalizing because ya londe ko fentebo laje ni aje fembuka boja manke ko police olu man pare kake bari ma capacity soto These are the things you highlight so that at least government can know or citizens can prevail on their government. You need to do more for that list.
Thank you, Aziz. Yes.
A quick question for him. So the approach of comparing, or in as much as we still can compare, just to be able to see, but the focus should not be in terms of the number of cases or crime reducing in certain locations and all that, or increasing in certain locations and all that, in terms of the comparison we are talking about. Sorry, the Angale sure.
Yeah. No, I bet you. So you are asking me, Cody?
Yes.
Yeah, the comparison is good, but the target is not a manyan kela doronko alaji bemba kanni.
Okay.
Ning aliba folafang I'll say caveat indicate ko. These are the things that are being reported. Aseke ku jamabe in the community mam futama. Adung aseke no abe wolu kono coming because mukari sources soto molia mirale coming forward is a waste of time. Otombe mansakunda dani la purse mako because being a crime a real statistics gibela. Imanya gibela aliemen arrest. Inyanta gibela how many people came to the police station to complain? Every complaint is a crime. Ningalio tanu barintol ka statistics ke nyamen nga menul charge lem wala nga menul arrest. The other thing ning aliewolu statistics ke mbuka like the processing rate. How many people are processed through the justice system? How many of these reports have been successfully investigated, prosecuted, and convicted?
Okay, Aziz Nela Kumate, Sisa Onia Chorus Ndefanang, Yajala, maybe Dolbe Kam Mira Sifa killing on Lela, because Nia Chorus Ndefanang when Nadiamo Kuna Janko. Mol Minika arm robbery. I didn't mean mol Minika mol nyapping canting, Jama. For Alka established the Nia understand as is Fanana Kumoning Jaman Fatabake, Alka established the Munakanyan Dunyan. For Kodolong. For Munake Dungato. Pour also fanang establish no ka jibe because nalma wolong pour ka jara abekolalde malam for does that make sense to you because nimon kolong imalo minaka mol dunyin to foyde ka assume le damma pour alia jara abekolala andum fanang aziz kamen pour aller fontinam pour ko ka foko mbake kanne abetama all the time mamira wonyanda fola nalbe struggle kan alla kolya kul minti wonyanda fola le isaje molya lonko to nyalam police ibela do ko ke kan bar nyine la kole akot akana ke maslaha fen ko bambay la famina fala
no Mustafa yalong time o kata bakele andong almost tam nka 2 hours le bayindi
yes
nje lafta men dong wala mu nyinti ko lately ngamira PRO fa si korosiro keno le bayra te katara social media bakele wala mala do ko tika hadama di wala mira lolu cube ke tenteng mole mune de police la manual to anila actions laptop puru nae kacha concerning the latest press conference GP menkeno aning the level of public outcry mulla wuro ni mulla nikual menu itandi because nga menje wala munyinti ko police tolu matolu fo atul menu be assistant superintendent bari kabo commissioner la kata santo ndol public ya jele ko wolu jama bije politician oli politicize le andon police mu chain of command le nalla alfalbe dame ye kutu wala atol duman kolo you are powerless alte sembo sotono la porali alla do ko kanyama
Kadim, have you got evidence to ko ye kutu police or lalaba preje afonye evidence killing
na evidence momenti mbe wo lafta pour ka woleli tande si sa wala jang wala mu nyenti ko ka jele ko mol menni alon ko mo jama sobita o hani police ol faul sobita ko ening opposition le sutiata nyola bake waray ka man sakunda le kaja fi bake ni kumal fo menni aje ko itolia feel ko war is a threat to public peace eke mutale ye detain sometimes beyond the 72 hours or sometimes within the 72 hours frame period eko iba be investigate kan a case in point is bora alaji bora franke ye alaji bora mutale ye madi jobate mutale ye Ibrahima Diba for instance ya mutale yankuba dabo kay nendiro ke despite the fact that I apology ke public apology ke or woma atinna ma mutay ma process ma samba kitiola Nataje a supporter of the government. Fatu Jawara ye Jolal be bane. Yamuta Yasama Bundun station. Ye police station of Storm. Ikoi ya bula. Ima amang anyanta investigation men tala amanta wala ya bulale. Fatu Sumare ya bulale. And the latest one menketa Babukar Bahumti. Babukar Bahum ye kiam bele neng abe too, including menu be NPP, menu mantara political fonkono, morolu banko dingol menu data political kono menu be political abe ako iman dua soto kiam kol ba man futu. So ni ko ya kumandile for questioning. Less than 3 hours ya bula. Ndolongaje ko woto alla police kebalu, they are being controlled rather than allowed pour que bula yela do ko ke inyanta kala nyame pour public safety because ninsi fa na ka tente mo la jero be kala Mustafa so demande let me finish this mo la jero be kala menti wala mu nyinti ko ning ibe man sakunda fasa kan you can get away with murder, you can get away with anything because amanke killing amanke fulati and this Babukar Bahum for instance Babukar Bahum ta manke domandindi and meyan jahali there was a press conference. Mansakunda I made lunch with the journalists. Babukar Bahum Tata jail. Omar Wali, a journalist, Mansakunda challenge Kafo Eko Nyimma Nyana Tarlajan. Nyimu NPP supporter and Amanke journalist. Ibrahim Sankare, the government spokesperson, will taka Eko Ila Okumomanke Tonya, the press card le Babul journalist Olem Komu journalist Nyame. So Nik Atara Mansakunda Fonko Ufasa Ngaje. Nata Jabulata Tundo Bela Me Alonko is a threat to public safety because more laws are turned upon the person himself. Kafo aena alfa leneng ay wulula leneng aya attack. But ngabula ko police ol nyantela do ko kala nyamale. Ngaje police ol ya kumandi iko ya kumandel. But anyanta tala through process men namanta wala yabula. And wobuka ke modo la karola. Nata je bintan jaye saferoke, a police officer. I saferoke in her capacity according to her. Ko atenyi safaro menke nyimbulata komolal andung nying could be a threat to public peace. Iko bintan jaye general orders le fenke and there is the GO and the FI whatever police only men excuse D. Anu ngaje ko war is victimization. Ntol banko dingol woyen niyo kuya bakele atodom piaro. I malu I niyo kuya because prior to that police all bota o mol mutala meni fonko je sula arnaro la fonkota ini moto tata je mol bebe police all praise camp. All of a sudden, police only now turn around 360 degrees. Can you manyake? Wo malong what you can tell the public?
Sisao, don't answer. Alinso, I just want to jump in.
And Nico Sisao, don't answer. That's an order.
Yes.
I will charge you. Them politician or the neo for them make a minister to be charged.
So, I was a police spokesman in the past.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
You are speaking to almost strategic level issuelity. Sisao is at the operational level. He cannot speak to them. Let us be clear. Tonya left at clarity. But Sisao at his rank cannot speak to that strategic level decisions. Menketa.
Thank you.
Yes. Sisao, now, if you want to waive that and speak, you have a right.
Yes. Bamba, are you with us? Yes, Uncle Aziz is very right.
I'm listening, yeah.
He's very right. In Yemenube Landijang, Ebediam Kang as a politician, and until police kunda come nga fanya mendro, momo yelon de dameka da world.
Okay. All right.
So, mem bidye dro, me clarify as far as your speech is concerned. With respect to Babukar Bohum, when it actually happened, the attention of the police was drawn to it. And I am aware that Babukar was invited at the police headquarters. And I was there with Babukar. What happened is that the time to longer publication of Keko Babukar na we did X, Y, and Z. That's my assumption. To say okay, Babukar man getting a man saying. Even in the morning before Babukar Futalaji, because outcry in metal. Because Safero Kaitandiko police in Yineke. But doesn't mean Babukar was not with the police prior to that. That's what I mean. Because we are only reporting to the public what we have done. So that's the one point I never can clarify, because the publication bit out of found. But then Babukar was there in the morning. I was there myself because I need to get the facts and everything before I proceed on other assignments. So the time ka labanta nyaming and all that ke kafu nyoma then ka publish it was at that time. Yeah, fam. Now the other reasoning is that you talked about Bintanjai and all that. Mbemem follow to the come inspector IGP ya for nyame. Ko people came with the question ko Binta for your arrest le bang and all that stuff. And I think it's important put Molia understand ko the statement was out ko Binta was not arrested. Binta is a police officer like any other police officer. Ni atara ko police ya feel ko Binta e menke aning slow manyota. There are internal procedures to that. We are taking internal procedures. Administrative procedure. We said there are internal procedures. Many are long administratively, but not to arrest Binta and detain her and interrogate her or question her. Yeah, family. Saying, but because situation of Benyame at the time, it was a public outcry. We never even wanted to address it because it's an internal issue. But it was the need for it to be addressed so that people can know what the police is doing as far as this is concerned. Because there are a lot of misinformation going out saying Binta was arrested. Not only that, but also Binta was arrested in addition to other 5 people who are suspected or alleged to be UDP supporters and all that. And all of these things are not true.
No, you mean for Ikale Binta redeployed to CRR as a form of punishment.
Nka wale fwete wala nanka fwe ko iko membe fwete by the fembe kala police to be man la fembe to kumpalaje.
That's why I'm asking.
This is what I'm saying. Ko woman sabatika na sabatanung ibajela.
Okay. All right. Okay. You can proceed, Mustafa.
Thank you very much. Minkira watu tata bake lefang, ngalo ne PRO is always a gentle. Ninga kumanda kana janne watu. But left them in janne final thoughts dealer. Yemma kwe PRO. Because yung problem ul tonyalong nteni mulmin baby jam mojala bijan to be very honest. Most of them are on YouTube. Ebijirola jela ne mojala be radio la moy kan tembeng. Quite a lot of people here. Gambian ul siara jambi alhamdulillah. Malum voye sumulate sai nata na kombo to kana PRO la moy bari. Lafta min fola jang wala nyindiko. Yung problem ul be ba kerin ngalon ne aba kerin bar sai. Ite amira. Asejara no nyadile surtout fanna membako am robbery ninko am fomurolom kidolom fomunom nying nyongol because saying ni ajibe denga molso do la mini alonge ka fonye kongo Gambia say ni bitala je kanata black kide ngodo tasi alla suba kono because ni data do la kide ngodo e camera ko inin dunia ko do bel na de keni la moto bel attack ya te yela ye attack so wokita kuti mi alongo akan hande fo ni boro jang garasi gunjur le no ang kasilang because kasilang menela do bi yende ko di fo man nan nim fendantan na da mi along pour ne namole nyoje bari ka trasilan ding pour etara blaki de non sa ni da fo fo do wotambo do mol hani kateya e kata siraren hani le bela bun ko ne kata siraren o mo fenne de mi along ko ngamra nyanta hakil maya la bakele police fannala o police kundato because it doesn't make you look good at all police or so. Yamera nyinmin bebe caring as a jara no nyadile yamera Piero.
Abaraka bake. Kujamale bakono way men gena kumata wol be kono wolem by the police will fangol jato damante nyin kenola. Idamata achieve nola mam possible. Wolem follow member caring currently ngajile ko the Gambia government is supporting the Gambia police force because Cabring Inspector General Sidi Mukhtar Tuli na rawato men assessment like a need assessment and the capacity of the Gambia police force. One of the most important need of the Gambia police force is transportation and wala motority. And nkumbotale saferol ke fo alangata mol mako man sakunda mol support among atulabe cover but that's a good beginning na stakeholders na partners men boko GIZ German ani anyongol fana mol mako motolto do kurangolto so because responding is very important. Response time is important because criminal ka wolle fana jubi ninga kuki jang wati juma la police do futalam manya janinga parende menke kan. And secondly, that is one part. So what is the part that we would still ask the government to continue that support? ko polisol kasula menna ila pour la doko e tanyola pour ye continue donc kan support ni wala kaje ko the sula menna doko to jorangol to motol to and all that. That is number 1. Number 2 is that nimol lebe doko la wolem the public, and the public nying tonya iba kata kam back of recent because they are reporting and ila report nying niaje ba kan han say I mean ko wolem ko they are getting results out of that. Ngalo ku jamal leketa Gambia police kunda dame ko police all are not well labeled or named mbe katoki kan ka falling kaje ko we are at the service of the people akole ata nyawonya wakam mala just yesterday some neighbor called me akonyo ko message send on WhatsApp bare ma read nkai mo neketa akonyo ko dai neighbor of mine who put it on her status that after suicide lo commit I stopped because I called anti-crime. I'm sending you this information. Karilem ala call ala jibe. So ya call na information dila ya call imam dumno. Iko ma sotno. So me the call ngole call ba ngolo no mata nga digal. But fortunately enough, inata wala calling ke falong abe daming itata ya traje inata ya sambolo pitano to. It was attended to. So which means ko police wol tanin be kalamutano la but ndol ni melbe do ko la wolle be kalamutano and wolle be report dino la police wol la ba di police wol comme ka fanya kum fanu e ko ngol man fanu e ka work with information la and no work at daming o mo mari la bungole kono is la community daming ko police technology hani police patrol la fanga da tartaje police dunna wala bun kono kala mun be keri wata dunna wala korda kono kala mo fu da jumal be kele kan ko to nin do musuninki ana nyol so ñil le ka problem balti jama coming to the armed robbery fanal asikino nyinketa kudumi alon ko ngamira ko anete kala Gambia wala te kala Gambia, but we have to understand that Gambia fana be falling kan Gambia is advancing, is developing, and on the moment that Gambia is advancing and developing in terms of the number of people, the population is increasing, the demand for work is increasing, so many issues are increasing, and as for more fana ebalu, so there are people many alon ko wala do ko menti wolem ko itol fo ebalu mollela wala at na police fana bi no criminal ka criminal ya bonni banko completely woman possible. It's not possible at all. What we can do is as a police force is to reduce it, is to continue to prevent it from happening, but it can stop 100% among possible. Ya fahamne but also mol kamen fana fo mol ko ha pour ni dibo dunta wala blame ko afenketa akideta mol kana tajela wokum mata those are security tips lem don pour ni ku be kerin kusi keno mol bari be dinkro dami alon ko mo ba kala wato wati de fana be fan kala mutala wala be mol le ko be kafol kono wokum mata because you don't have to expose yourself to be at security risk. One, because security fango follow data fango mol data fango hada madingo ite fango la security follow te fango la you have to ensure that it fango la security. That is one. Then the state la security, because state come for them manol kan silol kan environmental, because ibela bungol kono you have to have bungo mol kan ay kanyapi mol kan bungol kono ya fahamle mol kan kanyapi nyon kan bungol anu ni akoro si bahe bala ni menu be ka ke bungol kono wala kordal kono ka ke mo fulal le tema menu ya lonko lan na yale be tema menu ka mol fa nga mojele base wa tambeta kambano ni muso ni kewalen tara badala fama faro kono ma famba ay podongol tay muso ni lipa ko ta fa wato melo ni mo fulo ka investigation ara me tan wala ko ni mo fulo me ko kanole be tema e ku ya fankre funta banta sonko ala banta kelawte ya fahamne so nyillem kuti men yalon ko mon nyanta ke understand ko this because nyimbe happen kan at the point in time we wanted to relate this to drugs actually ba ka na kus be sharing and all that. We also realized there has been a lot of pickpocketing and stabbing because these people if it's not a drug and the drug sot la nyaadi mata do ko la foy mol sunya yo ko do tay ta drug sanka so aka circulate ten. But fortunately that would demand in talata back in the sign as we speak. So in general the police cannot do this alone. The police has to collaborate with the government, also with stakeholders. All stakeholders, and most important stakeholders are the public, the people who we are serving. I gave you the example of yesterday's case. When we received, I was so relieved when I received, Mahana, Imam called back, but I saw it in the report. When I saw the reports, I saw the pills, I saw the story, I knew this is exactly what they complained to me about. So in essence, it's good that the Gambia Police Force is aware that this is a possibility, that armed robbery is a reality in the country, and that the Gambia Police Force is aware of this. We are trying as much as possible to be able to, as much as possible, the reaction time, because we cannot 100% stop. Robbery in Remember a robbery gang, what's the name again, in Banjul. So we had that press conference. And we thought that was the only gang. I think within a week also, we had a similar one again around Nyumi. You understand what I'm saying? It's not around Nyumi. So this goes to Soko. It's a call for everybody. Mbelem. Come and do job nyanda kama mfumo. Momo ila sate kono nyanda kama molonne. Ni bang sate ndin sate bal. Mo kurungol ninge jenge sute mol kono ngi report. And that was a time that put more report okay police ya ikafa kono time will be waste la tending. And I think adal banku diya kono le pour yefem fi nyame anko asi mantoro sabu no mol kam banku kan eke mutumi anko you contribute towards stopping that, and I think that is important.
Akumada, parsai lanno, yalo lanno fanan kumada de, puri la ko ninda da nyin bla kuwa bola jele. Malo wo fanna be nyande.
I think we janni nyin ko be kala. Recently we have seen a lot of, high rating for the Gambia police force. Come Bamba Mas what have nyame, robbery be janne and all that current police will, but even before that, Gambia as far as the Gambia police force is concerned, we try as much as possible to reach out to the people to work with them. As far as security is concerned. And this is the way forward. This is the only way forward that we can be able to regain that trust that we have lost over the years. And abuka easy because in we took a 360-degree turn from how things were going. And that ups and down. But in general, what the police can do is this, and that's what we are doing, is to be there and to be responsive as much as we can and to serve the people. And one way to do that is strengthening our patrol, especially the armed robberies, because we also understand high areas many along ko wolle ka nin crime sifar soto business centers and all that nga fo janna diamo kono nim banka sol fanan kacha da mutale many along ko be ni kacha da fon da ko ranyanda ka security tandi la ka security nati wolem ko Gambia police force la arm wing, that is the PIU, to be able to provide security for the banks or for the bankers across the country. Nga feel ko fanna la wobo ma fango nyintala la ka problem mitigate, not only during banking hours but 24 hours. So one side, but also for the public, what the police can do, wolem ko police will patrol kelale. And say everywhere across the country. But police it's a joint patrol now. We also have the military, we have the SIS, we have the drug law enforcement, we have prison, we have all sister forces as one. Every region, all the regional commissioners are responsible for this. Now, $5 million Gambia police force to support that ongoing effort of patrol. But what is more important is that these criminals, most of them are from homes, if not all of them. Ibota kordal le kono ibe sabaterin kordal le kono dole bal soto janne fal soto janne badingol soto janne. And sometimes people even know their own family members are indulged in this ikanyine kenyela barude but by the family lam dorong abandale ka suturale. The case men keta jan niate moli mabo in Banjul kabri mabo wato men because mabo molle ya but kabri moto e katoke moto be funtika wato men because musilo kanada ko police le moto muta. But water men cordal men kono memutano water for water men moto because nobody volunteered to come out and say ndede ngamolle je dum taja anu ale moto sifa men fo nyole nyinti. Nobody volunteered. So, and I think this is important as a country. We should look at that because akamen kete ba mi ko okay be a carle attack tomorrow it might be you, regardless whether you are a family fuela family katum criminal do men bina wote ke la family. So it's important, and I think nimbe do ko nyim batandi kanne, but it's important that nga recognize ko police ko ngol mon fanu police katama ni information la police katama ni report la wala atina kumada police ka report masula ka fo ko ka do ka fo ne report di police la ikado tanin na la jile tenin. We don't even need to know your name. What we need is call ngani recognize, or you go to the nearest police station nga recognize, then the rest you leave it to the police to do.
Okay, on the keyboard now.
I think Ipero J emphasize police sulata munela mol bulu because ikamemfo is very important. Ko I don't mansule itola fang kalom because mol jama kasila wala ndola jang is the same thing no way kunun kodrong ndingola bicycle be banta nata ngaje somebody put it down ngata ambita sambala na garo soto musudiwe en haina alotale mero lotala enjube ngata sama fugaso abulata nan noma nte jita gara soto alota ko nyeko foytele tamunyi nga ko fonte be talam tantement ako habari nyi meta lorin janne so ngaje ba tala malo nga ko exactly ndingo talem ngajele ya dende duma mbasambala. So these two small things mune alto sulata molla munela kominko is report okay nole alte batandi la atafo taye na pass tem bulum bitambi na because mol ka wolfo pass o tende bulum ka tay kan time police ñoo weesu ma time ibo wolfo so de mere ñu waste time alias so na ndi molla sulata molle muneke.
Okay, there are two types of reports. There are two types of report. A report ko kule be caring pour police le alert sort of pour yeta or respond ka jibe for tonya wala be caring bang and act on that. That is one. The other report is you are a witness to a crime. A witness to a crime me alon ko crime nyine kita jang anu watu mena be kan police o nyamoje bari tele yaje ko nyine kita anu wala kita. Sa fu police be should have tell pour to be a witness ni ata wo case ni be proceed la to court because police o mantra jabe kika watu mena. These are the two kind of reports. So the first one, or let's go the second one now. Me alonko as a kino, you have to participate in the process. Kaje ko luwa etamandi wo kama. Wole ka ke problem with molbulu. Because haji tiyo me alonko yanta school le akata wafiro la. Ate crime le jabe commit kan another police I report okay. Police will try investigate yaji ko tonya na ime for tonya le. Saying police will battle use as a witness to process kata court. So iba kuman la nana ngakete ngata court dol kala fi fan kata court so woka problem mo di mo la case e kaje dol fana ka fil ko okay nada signa clean ne police ko ngata fa sama because court mo process le anu ngalon ne ko jama court ka kenya men dilel men ka soto je mul kala fi ka frustrate le so ni te men ko tela interest family you are just trying to help somebody or you are trying to help the state in court so be batandi kan ne bina bi sama tenin ya feel ko that is too much for you but what I want people to understand that is for the sake of your country. And I think people need to understand that. Yes.
Police only resources sotole pour ka make so because moja mante ka we ka fele konde be na wafiro la na wafiro tuje man fem wafi paso fo tembolo betambina ye resources sotole pour ka mol makoy me alon ko ye needle police fo ye as a witness so that amari as easy no amari.
Yes. Yes, we support yes. Uncle.
Yanda je fola la equate because yalong tending koma wafula wobela fula kalonko paso benye jele at least on a business or tinya na kensenke is going to motivate a more motivate the pre kapani kafunti
contanta back jannimbe intervention do kela lafta ye commitment ako ibina muruna janne adite janjela ko
I think so
lafta ke criticize hani ningali lafita fa we can create a special slot for police hana be kela once in a month yemmen fo ja kumaya tabak nde fana nene be siri wo sirango to jele adi kam mem fon ka wole fo e mbesalo la bari ntulo bela ikawo incident fo alama na salo mutanye yo incident men nying mari lafta ka suicide commit barayete inform thank you so much bari woye ku jamale yele nintara ye police ya long ye police administration long follow woye me yitandi wole nyinti ko two things I wole wulu killing avenue teje men citizens can reach the police without coming through you wala amalla police odu bela ala tetella ni ala tetella very good but I wish that the police can emulate you so that every citizen don't need to come to Sisao. They can call any police station and get the same service.
Thank you, Aziz. Thank you. Lafta mingela Aziz, jannim bida final thoughts. Jannim final thoughts kala.
I'm not going to get final thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, na train of thought fella kumtuta fang.
I'm sorry.
The last point that you were talking about pour molie na ininye case a complaint soto adun tonya le citizens were right lem bari bi nin citizen sita fa manna wale bukana silantol fana fa nyanta fanni nin kala munan na citizenol bukana yamra problemo manken toluti bang muni atina a citizen be balanna kana to give evidence even sometimes ala own case kono sakana me witness because munemu a loi provision sotoko a witness ninga bina court inyanta ka paso dia la tanina ni wo buka soto ite ka woke ikawo bondila poso le kono Adun, to give evidence, you have to lose a day's job. Alkafu nyeko mu banku di yalte. Barita police obe doko la ikete jo. Ite buka ke free for the sake of banku di ya. Abe kole ala den kanen yoneni.
Azisa. Kafu mole ko ke nationalist.
Birinte be la position dem fana ka jenun tenne. Bari bi na kuningo tambita wolale. Ngaje ko. Pour citizen ye lanna ye sawar. One, we must have the infrastructure, but two, we must build that relationship. And our relationship manke ko nga nyolon damma. But we must have incentives to give. Member tina be min citizen yala hajo bula nata evidence di. Na sita sa fu Mariame ko de tonya mantan na dulato mbenu witness di yola bari e nyinta e chalo san. Bari ite la suo kono tuje fenteje. Ita ata si court the whole day. Case man kumandi ila do ko tinyata hani paso e maso tinya fu polisa ko dukarta fo saman na ke bante o fango inte kan prisoner samba mile to wala fango ben capacity.
Okay, Aziz, thank you Aziz. Thank you. So minkela sisa onisa mako ku fula kumata jambake fo policeol dulale bije deme ya lonko nimmo lafta pour que policeol kalamtandi kula fon nombale bije nomba mi ya lonko isa commandino ka foko ibe dawda fo ibe basse fo ibe mundole bari fon nomba nyim fanam for free number because number nying ala kumaya nyanta tindale for ning gamsel or qcell or any sort of network providers ake free number mi ya lonko ibe telephone ci rek ya call comme jambe nyame malum fo be kela nole ningo number bije Melafela, you share that with us, and then I will flag it up here, Masafela Jang, and then Prumole along for Ninku Ketela Gambia. And then you number commander. If you see it's happening, has happened, or is about to happen, even in number commander. And in Farang, Ning Ataranu, more pareta ka witness ke kanaka alhajo bulaje for fenne betarala lorini marie jebang urkaje ko comme azizemi fo at least na paso katakana aning osifal for police will be jele bang and then you bulaje isa mako ela kono to there your final thoughts and then ko konfa ngal no sunkaro ko diamo ko sonia. Thank you.
Baraka Bake, regarding the emergency line, yes, police here 117 totally assigned to the police, just like fire service 117. As we speak at the moment, it's not active. It's not in active service at the moment. From the moment I assumed not a PR office to date, I can work, but for one reason or the other, it's not functioning right now. And I have flagged this to the police management because incidents like this or forums like this is where this is flagged. And when we are also asking for people to report, where do they report? You ask somebody, call the police or go to the nearest police station. And if you send niaje, ninga osi fasa veja oda, ante fango la mindset, fango sondo mo buka son wala. Ninga keje report to the nearest police station or call, nkana telephone number like the PRO's telephone number call like because I cannot ask people to call, and where do they have to call? So now it is my responsibility. Momo ente call. Whether ngala number from man number I have to receive it, and I also have to ensure when you can men ngakato ente ta dino la but inside direct na basot la dare. So ufana kono natanga anti-crime call because ngala is a response system. Anti-crime na telephone number la operation command na telephone number ngofana tale ngake on our Facebook. On our Facebook, na Facebook pour access. So if you send a message right now to the Gambia Police Force Facebook page, a message you send don't ibajala abe reply automatic reply bina. Dame ya lonko. If you want to speak to the PRO, this is the number. If it's an emergency and this anti-crime number, akadila automatically. Just as another mechanism for the meantime before we are able to come up. So because my office is responsible for this relation, so all of abekananda kungaleka. So but as we speak katobe ke kambakele pour kaje nyadi lem pour nying abimurula na nyame because we are also going to work with Gamtel and in all the service providers pour kaje ko ka put up because we also have at our operation level we have a communication system handset me is across the country that we can have an emergency call center that is connected to that. Ibajal, at every point in time, not just only the police station, but even when you call the police station, member at operation will be able to hear. And at that very point in time, which police officer is closest to that? Then he will be able to.
This one, you know, nag when sula bakele ngamera at least nyan tara in place like ni ko kunung and the club bibi lo la famo because kafoko lokum kili lokum fula no because mola live masakunda ibe dauda you know ibe lamo kang this is urgent nyan ta kala bibi lo amanya tamila bila fam.
Yes,
yes.
Yes. So anyway, at this moment, I have flagged this, and it's important because I intend affect than anybody in the Gambia police force. What I mean is because more can and I'm the one sending out the information, and people like you would always ask me, how do we call for assistance when we need the police? And there is no system in place. The truth is, at this moment, it's not functioning. Yes, and it's important, and it's. I'm all over as a country in general, yes, but it's good that we are aware of this.
Look at these logs with all the logs.
And we are. The last time I think I checked, there was somebody who was assigned to come and make a survey to see and all that, and from there we'll be able to see what else. Yes, that's on that side. The other question is with respect to
no, your final Paso, yes, Paso.
Paso ngalo ne ko ka paso murun ni mol kande, but I'm not sure whether it's absolute, it's across the board on any case. Yeah, family. The few cases that I have interacted with, ila witness all ika paso murun, but for ka fendi la paso kambang, I'm not aware of that. For ka fendi na pur okay, bi ila bi comme Uncle Aziz ya fanya ila bi tilo to compensate you for your day. Yeah, understand. I'm not aware of that, but I'm aware that the capacity Murundi witness all male had it.
Okay, akomara. Jenyan da kala fenne de mi alon ko malon mbede amla jamale pour que je forcé pour National Assembly lum fo jamalon wonyan da kala fenne de mi alon yanda assembly dola ni line o mi alon ko hani be basele hani be kaba kamale be dawda is a line o mi sa commandino if your life is at risk la bungo be risk fe fen kanana wala ke nyimim fonko border fen ko mi ka fre ni moji stranger ye police commandi Kafoko nga paso jo nga police station or what you know police will command ya for no mo free le ko nga mo le jenna sa to is a stranger malo mo si falo you know ani mo si falo ala fa alkalo ani mo si falo will pay
online for non reporting me along go online log mo si log no because one time after dole report no can I can report from the diaspora but I got a report from the police that is you have to go there and do the reporting.
Yes, because I think I saw that. I think in telling because whatever communication is going out now from the police, as far as the social media is concerned, it goes through me. Muka do respond no because it's but come do read, I am able to know whether I need to really respond to this. So because I'm not sure because maybe I had those interaction with people. Okay, I have this issue. People would call me when you sort of Gambia, this problem I have. So I would tell you if you have a family because you are reporting this to a police station, you are not reporting it to me. You know, sir. If you have a family, may alonko because Nina Luala Fanala, Jumala can complain or lodge no. Because they need to be investigated. For you, power of attorney do marry rather than to be able to act in your behalf. You understand? All of these things we need to understand that because Luala Fanala, it gets to a certain level. If it is a criminal thing, it has to go to the courts. So, but whether do you have authority to speak on that person's behalf? That is one thing. So we try to explain to them for people in that case. Remember, Gambia, you have a complaint against an individual or business them or whatsoever or criminal them. Now, how do you report this? So neither be young business or wala ila family be young any more criminal whatsoever. What process on you coming for the wallet? Do you have somebody in the Gambia who can act on your behalf? Problem and all that. But if it is a problem is between us and all the world, then we can be able to see what we can do about it.
To be very fair and honest with you, number make for thing. Na bige abe kujamala jarala and abe defananda handela bakal. I think we should push for this. Malum bajamala kelano pukaje ko nying ay hapun and soma fang o kumara. You know what would that back hande?
Yeah, no, I was just because I was just saying ko. Back again, y'all don't take a call being you know, because it doesn't matter whether we have more resources than Gambia.
Yeah, no way why not? Yes.
That's a very simple, exactly. More report, I can report. But then, of course, I can follow up. But I have that facility to report. Now, the other processes coming for that will be just a follow-up process. That will be part of the process. But at least I have a place where I can lay those complaints as a Gambian citizen or as somebody living from the Gambia, and the person is in the Gambia. Trying to establish. But of course, the telephone phone is a problem. We are now seeing that the police is so under-resourced. That has been said all along. Now, how do we push that to get that police get the right resources to be able to help? That is something that one needs to talk about. And hopefully, as this coming for Alte Malajang, so that we can take up some of these issues stages by stages. Because today we are talking about crime. Bimbe crime kumole fokan, but we can talk about police resources, because more careful police will come and is a pass on your taxi. Is a taxi joiner, you have to file it, you have to pay all the one more. Some people don't have that. Now, how do we now start having those conversations if police are willing? Police just like these are the issues. Because attemble. So there were conversations, because I may expect from the citizens also, it's also important for Alpha for citizens. It's not political. Because sometimes police will find this is good politicality against Mansakunda. But woman can police all of the courts.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Sambe Minkela, is your final thoughts for share your final thoughts. Ila maningol ko konoto dia, and then ngaku kumfajam, because ngalo ne saying si sama malang jawala mal sene udi konko dundal saya nya breda ka dun kono to anun ladi bitale no your final thoughts.
Ngana sungotele janno we ahead.
Ntaman sungote followed is just after.
Canada, yes, okay, okay. That's it.
Defan wala be kunna jan tebe nkungola kan demi atale mtela problem atale nko mamuta de bare ata nko kan demi nati.
Sorry about that. Don't be after 9, so don't say.
Yeah. Soon tell from Osita, but I just wanted to do this once and for all because.
Yes, no, thank you for that. Much obliged. That's appreciated. So, Sam, I mean, Kela, ila kono to dia dinna rek nga kukumfa.
Yeah, ala baraka bake. Dana kan na me for jan niya korosi is na concerns le meni alonko is for the Gambia and for na kuma fulu langa fo nyame Gambia police for sabatita men kama wolem pour Gambia ye Gambia nolie to provide them that service of security and maintenance of peace and wolem na lodu lati and wolem fana nyanta ka continue ngalo na buka easy the last few days and last week was heavy on us as a police force but again what I can say is that me continue la kan na mandate ke ka continue ka jeko police la do ko menti wolem to protect this country from criminals. So I'm working on as police force and the community is to come together. And also, the community also should help the police, not just report. But in Kafo Janangam and Kachadul Ngafole Kujamal Biji, police Kasulala, Akasoto Mintule, Wolem the National Assembly. By the Ntolenga Woleka budgeto approved for the police. If the police, for example, request for $200 million for this year, that has to be approved by the National Assembly. Number one. Number two, police I think time o sital wato men na police nyantaka am the entire Gambia police mo police nyantaka amle o kachal fana fota no njande but worse keno nyadi le wolem through the constitution or the police act wofana mu akamunta hani sai banko dingol lem golti ya fahamle because I told you along like what you are going through and how you want the police to serve you. That is one part. So in general, going forward, firstly I would say I'm always available anytime Mustafa or any of you naling invite me kato kala pro kana ka kachanyin taka continue ngadan dami be men fala mole drongolem ko me continue la kanado okay as Gambians and to understand that ning Gambian tol bele dentala police man fisia modo tijang police is only a section me ya lonko is been provided by the people to serve the people and what man perfect in one way or the other. There are instances where we would slip away but we would hopefully continue to serve the interests of the people.
Thank you. Abaraka, Aziz, your final thoughts, Johnny Mbida.
Abaraka Bake, Bidal Contanta Bak. I just wanted to ask Sisa one question. Yamira B, Sky Power Semune Keno to support police effort.
Yes.
To have regular programming alsimo kina nganite manano someone can come. That is also another way. Because ngaji ko nga memfo jambi is eye-opening. I think we should now saying police can do a lot to get public support. But police will criticize. So if there is one thing is a memfono Mustafa B Sky Power se menkeno to support police efforts to keep the public safe. Alafon.
Yes, abaraka bake follow comme you mean footing already any timing agreed on a monthly basis is not a problem. I am always available. I will provide somebody who can be available. That's number one. Number two, I am interested already on this emergency line. And I think if there is anybody that he can contact, any person, whether through government or personal mayor, could be able to support the police in establishing it. It was there. It was there. So it's not just functioning now, which means to put up together, put a function, what so, and maybe from there we can see how advanced the Nyamin to cover the entire country. Yes.
Thank you. Lay, your final thoughts?
Yeah, prepare ya barka bake ila time yementa andung ila patient and tolerant purka at least more question obe ta ka ko la moy, and even despite difficulty fanam purka connect as well ya katale to make sure ko ebe jam, because ñi neka call so ne yandi nim bank dungol nim police all public servants ni yediamu nga kacha nga call bondi nyamo kon say nga jele ko maybe also Mustafa, maybe next what we could do Malo Jamale be parliament will be on this section for crime or whatever in a committee and probably brings this out to look at it as well, because now the police or telephone emergency telephone or whatever carrying it would have been scandal. It would have been just as big scandal. Ko amantama line po nyanta tamalale two bank dingol fana nyanta alonale ko nim police or fonga tara nyodo kola, but police will fana nyanta on sala mo nyanta hanyile nyalen te say jang de man sila police nya jam banku ding man sila police nya ikatale ni afo ni ko fo me ko ila right le ka fo nyinte na nyinte ni munna right ti isa trop. So fana police will fana lafta yo fana build in mo le hanyi nya, because nte na experience gameje kuma kili ko ba beta mo ko sila de ka fo ko niente tamo ko si bombe kata la prison ne wala mbe ka fa, because intesi la nyejube even with uniform. So nyine mu situation of police fana nyante la temperamento nyanta patient nyim billale in part of ila training am so e ka obe ki jel bari ke train ka understand ka tension big escalate conflict nyanta wo fana karana, because jama small thing nem kundin do police ka kandi, you know, they just go and escalate it. So different of that la police la yo fanan jube ka fenga, and also yung unnecessary arrest all fanan ndel after you stop, because atela do koti ila haji tije this thing me yalo ko yefen sa fe social media long papa me yalo people don't even it's so unnecessary ya ke big thing resources so be taje resources ta mu but a be ka taje because the energy banko be wule everything ni police so focus ta ala do ko to drong men nyanta kila drong problem take even the time of the armed robbers coming everybody was there, everybody was supporting more bay, because more among more they are against the police, but if police only the political arrest because some of these things are that. But in Bafala Barka Bake and Benin program will continue come assist will try to get more deeper into this. Because basically they want this still talent. This still talent from Gambia crime code because I don't know, I mean in Norwegian crime or buka kendol la issues nyolte. So you get so scared. So it's our own security bay, everybody. And people are open, we are open as well. A barka bake for your time, a barka Aziz Fanang, and a barka Mustafa every time. And Lamoira, sorry, some of the question may be Tano, but we will try to. Sunkarole, we try to adjust this time so that we get these things, but we will get the PRO, a barka bake PRO, and just continue the good job. And along well, Gambia and Ning Kampadu that we will write and we will say things, and that's part of the job. But thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Day. On that note, that would brings us to the end of this week's civic education. Tonight's civic education weekly program. But lower land given bemol be tentulam be jela for and on behalf of the civic education team of Bay Toyala B si police PRO Momodo Musa Siso Wong also from Batentula Fanfankim Bajela Wato Minta Purkataram Fejam. Sol Jang was here, but Sol Congole Sol Munda Suleiman Dara Yemanding. Alaji Baro, thank you. Alaji Mbafale ko Sunkaro Bonyadi, Kadim Kongole Amudanya, meaning Bambamas, and in Aziz Bojang, and in Day Bojang, and Day Jabate, but more Tentulam Bejela, till we come your same way, till we come your place, same way, same place, same time. Besoro Dilajane, Sisa, thank you for your time. Besoro Dilajane, follow Kunala, inshallah, come on Skype, our radio and TV services. Badi Mala Mustafa, Jamie, program of Kunna for Nala, inshallah. Alibar.